Hey, Majete,
Yes, Emperor.
you ready to rock?
I am ready to rock, Emperor.
All right, look at you all cleaned up. I like that. I like that sun behind you there. Kind of look like me.
That's who it is, Emperor. Definitely who it is. You, I see you kind of tripper today. How are you?
Oh no, I'm just neutral. Yeah, my day don't start the 31st, but we start on 28 because last year on 28, that's when I stepped on the scene as H.E.M. So this year I elevated that up when I'm stepping on the scene as H.E.M. See, so
Right.
I have my own zone, you feel me? So uh so so we start on 28, and 28 is special to me. January 28, I've been hitting them 28s, ever since then. So we ended at the end of, the 12 o'clock hour on the 31st, going into the first, which they go into their Labor Day. And that'll be our recuperation day. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then, so then we ready to rock and roll, first of the week. You feel me?
Right.
So, somebody want to play the 888. Nah, I don't want to play the 888. I want my energy of my seals and my energy, to come on up. So, but we can go ahead, we can bring that in on the end since they ain't got it ready yet. So let's go ahead and get the pledge. Let's go on and dance while we on, okay?
All right.
All right. So you ain't gotta introduce me. I'm already introduced, but you still can go there.
All right.
I come off and come back on with the crown on, then I take it back off, right?
All right. That will work.
Let's dance.
The absolute royal sovereign is Imperial Majesty Emperor Samhu Amini Ray. Quote, Dalo Yi in Magic Emperor.
Hey, okay. Salam alaikum magic. How you be?
All that energy, Emperor. That energy with this.
All right. Got control of the screen.
Be our technical director. Right.
Go up to the top. What's happening? All right, so we here today celebrating this first on this royal blue moon, full blue moon for me on my Earth Day. Got all the elements coming in with me: the fire, the wind, the universe, the water, everything. Y'all seen the planets out there? Oh, Jupiter and all them lit up. All of them, Saturn lit up. Okay. So I'm here. I keep the crown on for a while, me. But I come back on, get the vibe with you, okay? All right, so I step back and let you get going so we can rock, okay?
All right, right it to you. I would like to acknowledge Her Royal Majesty at this time, Princess Huhaika Samsonil. Salam alaikum with magic, Her Royal Princess.
Shit. Imperial Royal Princess.
Imperial Royal Princess.
All right. You should know that by now. You messed up that last time. So I told you I'm gonna call you out. You mess up. All right. I'm live. I told y'all I'm straight up. You know me, I'm real to the real.
Expect nothing less from them. That's correct.
Huh?
I expect nothing less.
And you know me? So you got to get real. So see, they got all that fake stuff out there. They got a screen, they got a script you got to write. They all fake. Okay. So all right, where we at? All right, so y'all ready to go?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
All right,
let's dance.
All right. On behalf of the Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic, quote, the oldest independent autonomous autochthon nation on earth, end quote. We welcome and thank you all for attending this live full moon reading series. Tonight, we will reflect on the fulfillment of the 70 plus 7 week prophecy of His Imperial Majesty's journey, as well as celebrating Crown Day and His Imperial Majesty's arrival to his seat and solar return. In parentheses, quote, third 58, end quote, close parentheses. We will reflect on the magical occurrences that have taken place during the 70 plus 7 week timeline, and there will be brief pauses between months to allow questions and answers. Therefore, following how tools shall be implemented. First, we ask that you keep your mics muted and your videos off, and accolades, comments, questions, or concerns reserved until such time. We also ask that when speaking to His Imperial Royal Majesty, that you speak clearly, stressing. For those logged in Zoom, we ask that you use the raise hand feature and wait for the host or moderator to call your appellation, parentheses, your name. Point, please limit your questions to a maximum of 2 and focus on the subject at hand to allow correction, to limit any confusion and allow others time to present their questions. Finally, please state your appellation, parentheses, your name clearly before asking your question. With that, we will present.
With that, hold on a second. Well, Imperial Royal Princess, where you at, sweet? Where you at, beautiful? Come on up. There you go. How you be?
Happy Earth Day.
Happy Earth Day. You know it, beginning, right? How you be?
Wonderful.
All right, cool. Let's need to see your face. Say peace to everybody. They can't hear you.
The Royal Princess.
Can't hear you.
Yes.
Can you hear you now? The earplugs ain't working.
Okay. It's very low.
Very low.
Yes.
Appreciate that.
Imperial Princess.
You got to mute. You got the volume on now, Haka?
Yes.
There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Now you can say something to everybody.
Hello. Assalamualaikum magic.
There you go.
Imperial Royal Princess.
Salam alaikum with magic.
Magic.
Salam alaikum with magic.
Salam alaikum with magic.
All right, Press. Appreciate you. All right, Majedi.
All right. And so now we can go to our first reader. First readers, prepared. All right. First reader, are you prepared?
Are you going off script, Majedi?
No, I'm looking for this page here.
Say you going off script, okay?
I didn't even know my
So while
mic
that
was.
was on the screen, I got it. On 28/Jan 28/29, y'all to get your act together now. 2022, okay? Me, myself, His Imperial Majesty. Open up the gates of hell. Y'all scared to say that?
No, I got it now, Emperor.
Ain't no got it. It's like you scared to say it. I did it. I can stand on my own square and circle. I open them. I stand at the damn gate. So, you ain't got to be scared. What are you scared for? You gonna speak. If I can't see you, can't see my light. I can't see you. I ain't got time to play games now. Which marked the beginning of a 70 plus 7 week prophecy. Okay? And the coming of the Son of Man, me. Myself. I docked it. All right? So the 70 week prophecies in the Bible that everybody talks about for all them years dealing with some fictitious character, okay, that they made up to tell you about my story and my royal bloodline family, okay? I don't need them to tell you my story. I can tell you my own damn story. And that's what I'm doing, all right? So you see within these 580 days or 577 days, everything they said was gonna happen on my side. So that book closes on the 31st. There ain't no more. It can never happen. Whatever they say in that book can't happen. It starts my journey. So you catch up with me or get left behind. You feel me? Now they say on 26 August 2023, exclusive AccuWeather forecast a hurricane that originated in the Yucatan Peninsula. That's what they're talking about now, Daya. Traveling, gaining strength, reaching land on H.E.M on my solar return. Okay. Behold the sun. Parentheses Daya, that's what it means. Behold the sun. You're looking at it. And it's coming right up through the Yucatan. Y'all know the Yucatan been on my paperwork since 07. Okay, so I tell you where I come from. And that's where it started at. And it's coming up right through all my property. I'm the sovereign of the land, cleaning up everything. Because I'm coming to my seat. All right? Is the name of the magical earthly wonder, space, that will hit land on 30/31st. That will hit land on 30/31st, 2023. All Nama Earth Dash keepers are celebrating along with the earth, Tiamat, celestial bodies, immortal fire deities, and the universe. Ease, full color. Everybody quiet. You ain't got nothing to say to me?
Ooh.
Where you at?
And there you go. Let's read it.
Go back where you were. I asked that in question.
Oh, we couldn't hear you, Emperor. You were muted briefly. Or not muted, but you were technical. Okay.
Why you move so fast for? Started off on the wrong foot and now you trying to run to catch up. Y'all freaking amazed. Y'all freaking amazed. But you get this to 28, you know, we're gonna get these cranks out. All right. So what you got? You ain't got no questions for me?
Yeah,
I have a question for you, Emperor. What is the significance behind this Yucatan Peninsula? Why is so much surrounded around this Yucatan and this hurricane news? Any connection?
Of course there's a connection. Yucatan is all Washington. You dug the Maya land. That's all ancient land. Go all the way back to the OMAC. It's on your seal, on your right travel path, international travel path. It goes all the way back. You've been showing your ancestors where you come from since you stepped on the scene. And so now you at your appointment and your arrival is on the 31st. And now you get a hurricane that always shows up, you know. Katrina, I called all them. Man, the moon used to bet, peace be upon him. Well, he had to wait on me now, but me and the moon used to bet because he said, how you do that? And I said, I be like in the vision and a tear come. And wherever that tear drop, that's where a hurricane stop. Then they show me where it's going. So he just lose all the time. So on this one, you know, all of a sudden, you know, you get this mass created, and you got to look at the timing of the universe, and everything had just came in all of a sudden 8-9 days ago, and now you at this point where it was going to hit land, and then all of a sudden it stopped, then it moved back, and went out, and now it went around the land, and then you see how it sat there for 70 to 48 hours and just built, and now it's coming up to hit a date, to hit the land on a certain day with the speed of the wind and the, you know, what's going on with the front coming in, and it's going to hit on your Earth Day and then cross the land on your Earth Day and exit the land on your Earth Day on 31st off North Carolina, Sunset Beach or that area. You know, so that's just confirmation of a lot of travels I done did in Tampa, all the way up and down the East Coast, you know, years, and just letting you know it's your time to come to your seat. And that's just confirmation to me. You feel me?
All right.
So that's why the Yucatan is so important. And then it's coming up, and it started there, sat there, made sure they had to pronounce the name. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
They kept trying to go to Cuba. Well, no, they didn't have to go back to the Yucatan. See? So it's like, you know what's happening? It's my time to come to my seat, like I told you. And they're showing the world, everybody watching. You feel me? Because I got my stuff all docked. Remember, I put my stuff in paper months ago. You know what I'm saying? So now for them to be seeing it manifesting, you know, like this boy got to be something. I know who I am. I told you that. Did I help you out? Any more questions?
Oh yeah.
Did I help you out, Majestic?
Yeah, we got 2 hands in the chat. Atum Ray, you have your hand up. You're first, and then De Jure Ray, you're second.
I'm looking with magic, Emperor.
Nice guy.
Can you give us a little backdrop on magic, what it is, and why is it important in your journey?
Without magic, ain't nothing. Magic is everything. Without it, there's nothing, little bro. The spirit is nothing. The soul is everything. So everything they taught you in the spirit world is nothing. It's a hope. And hope ain't got no damn strategy. There's no facts. So there was a veil put up, as we say. And the veil was the magic on this side, and this side couldn't understand the magic because they were given a de facto, dumbed down scripture called the Bible, and it was for the dummies. You feel me? So that's why they've been studying all these years over here and shouting and jumping and all that. That was the book for the dummies. The other book that they look at, it got more than 66 books. It got 72 books. So why didn't he give you that little magic? You feel me? But that's for the elite. So the masses get the King James version, that corrupt version I told you about. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they based their whole life on for 2,000 years. All right, so you come to a new sign, a new cycle, and it's a new light coming in. And that's why they over here say what? They ain't never seen my light before. It I shine all their light. So I'm here. You know, so going back tracing everything through the history, our story, it goes all the way back down to Yucatan. You feel me? So now you coming in on the Aquarian age, we talked about in 2000, we got a nice piece on that when we were dealing with that flotilla with Gambia and them before this appointment. So the flotilla, now that stuff is still in the making. That's part of our moving the ship. You feel me? What was that?
Talking about magic.
Oh, okay, magic. What part of magic? I want some words outside magic.
It being part
Okay,
of
so in this journey, you have people that practice this type of stuff, but they call it a secret. Governments, kings, queens, all of them. You go back and look at that England sister, de facto sister, the one just went to hell. John Dean or something? They were practicing that magic, putting spells on people. See? So when I came in last year and told you that with the gates to open up the gates of hell, and so I said from that point, whoever died from that point going straight to that Dijir hell that I created with my own fire. So that I can clean this, I'm the normal earth keeper. I can destroy souls, burn souls out of existence. That's my light. So you gotta come clean the earth. So everything that's done. It's got to get burnt out of you. So that magic, H.E.M, who else got that type of magic? Call it what you want to call it, miracle, alien. No, it's inside of you. You got where I come from, you can't go get this on this side. Because I'm able to go both sides. So you can't, they ain't never seen that light before. Because there was a veil there. See, so I'm able to move the veil. That's why I'm able to do what I did. But it's shocking all those on this side and the other side and below Shambhala because of the dead follow me. That type of message I come with. So they don't want to see me now. Well, they're going to see me on the other side and they ain't going to like me on that end. Because that's got 26,000 years already attached. I can't move it. I'm not going to move. And if you got a soul, you don't get a chance to see my face again. And then I'm gonna burn you for another 26,000. Because we got to clean that energy before it come back to us, to our brothers, the dwellers. You see me up down the right.
That the figure in the coat on.
That's my coat on. That's where I come from. That's dwellers. That's how we look. That's how we is. That's just an image. But look at that image and vibrate that blight, like your energy, and that's how I look on the other side. See? I'm a dweller. All the stuff I done, brother, moved the whole damn ocean, the West Coast and the Atlantic Ocean, Pacific and Atlanta in a week. Drive truck off a hill, blink my eyes up at the bottom of the hill. Come on, man. All that stuff I done told y'all. Spaceship coming down, shining the light down on me. What kind of, who else had all that stuff happen to them in 58 years? You feel me?
I don't know.
Ain't none. Can't be none.
Never.
And then you come back and gather all of it. The Moroccan Empire, the Washita Empire, and the Yamasee Empire. Come back and get it all. You gotta get the whole D Masan rule. You get it all. Flag, red flag with your royal crown is on my head, showing you the jurisdiction that you own. That makes sense to you? So that's why you got magic, brother.
Yeah.
Because if you go to DC, they got it wrapped in magic, trying to play with the pendulum, remember? When they took it out of Philadelphia and carried it to DC, they had to use that magic, Mason magic. Why? So you can never get your seat back.
Oh, okay.
See? That's why they got shrine of temples. Them all Moorish temples. Maroc temples. But they said they will hold your temples until what? You come back and get your seat. Well, I came and got the seat. You like that, don't you?
All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
See? So I got that seat. That's why I made to raise my flag and have an appointment. Anybody else ain't got no appointment. The guy they said had one, JG, what his name? Jesus? JC? Jesus. Scared the hell out of you, right? They said he had an appointment, but he missed all his dates last year and this year. And this don't look like he's showing up. So they losing hope. So now they're trying to make that boy mega. They're trying to turn him into a messiah. You feel me? They ain't got nobody else to wait for.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? And you got that boy over there in Jerusalem, they say, playing that magic. See? That's small stuff where we come from. Then you got that boy in England, you know, who just got that seat, you know, saying he gonna hold all that energy. That ain't got nothing to do with me. See? I come out and claim it all. That's why I told him what all got kneel to me. Now you coming upon my seat, my appointment. Whether you like it or not, I get 580 on 31st. Then I can come out. I couldn't come out and play until I get my warriors. And they been acting up, ain't it? Read the road. So that's what I say. So that's why I say whatever people got all these hopes, they go to school and all that. All right. Keep hoping them. So we're gonna keep moving, right?
Yep.
All right, so who else got questions? Come on.
All right, Dejor, you got your hand up. You next, and then Jed, and then Honi.
All right, Salam alaikum magic. Emperor, how are you? All right. Can you hear me?
I'm here. I had to turn around. I was taking his head off. I'm taking his crown off, royal crown off. No, I'm better. I can use a better, better, and better now. So, you know,
Hey, yeesh.
first of
That's
first
what
of the month, yeah. First
that's
of the
what's up.
month, full moon, better, better. I'm in better, better, better now. All right. So come on.
All right. So you've been on the scene since '03, okay? And I'm looking at that's 20 years of magic, man. You've been pulling out your sleeves, man, with your divine status and your powers and your imperial laws. So my question is this: why 2023 that everything is happening?
It was a
I know.
because you had to grow. It's already appointed. I just had to grow to meet my mission. So with the lining of the planets in 2022, with the opening of the gates of hell on the 430th year of that, to fight though King James, you know, assassinate my grandma, and then me being able to go back and fight, and you seen what I did in the releasing of her soul from that trap they had in. I was able to release the master, okay, and then the master is what? My bloodline. You feel me? So that help you out.
Indeed. I know how you said the ancestors, you know, the number 20 is a significant number.
Yeah,
So,
and an
you know,
Anunnaki, on the studies of the Anunnaki, 13, 14, 20, it tell you that in the Emerald Tablets, some of their favorite numbers. You feel me? So, you know, yeah, 20 years, and then you got to look at how the government's work in the world. They go 10 years, you feel me? So they got they got plans for 10 years, what is it, 20 years, 25, I think. Then you got 50 years, and then you got 100 years. All right, so they looking at what happened in 03, what we did, and then you got that 10-year window, which is 13. So within that 10-year window, okay, I was able to do what? Say, not just save a government, save it, and then recreate it under my venue, and got all the jurisdiction under my royal houses. Because the way they lost the seats, they advocate the seat. So I was able to do what I want to do with it. Washington, United Washington, does the money, sovereign state, and the Native American government via Matter of Fact Embassy, sovereign state. So he said I took both them states and created the Imperial CMYE government. Then from that, I created CMYE government for the public to operate. Okay, but now I got my office open. Okay, Imperial Royal Office for His Imperial Majesty, because I run the whole ship. So now I already got the law offices ready to do business around the world. So that was a journey. So like what's the brother named Obama, former president of the United States. He said I stayed a cruise ship, not a speedboat. That was in 09. So 19 is 10, 14 years. So I'm in the 15th year of that. So they already seen something, but you had to grow into it. You remember I told you back in 15, 16, when my brother Tucker Bay was around, and he was looking out for that full faith and credit. Find out more about full faith and credit that I had. I inherited and got. So he told you got a colonel at the Pentagon who called him back a couple weeks later. And he said he on a mission for me. And he said, Emperor who? He said, Emperor Khufu. He said, no, he said Emperor. He said, who you talking about, Emperor in Japan? He said, no. He said, Emperor Khufu. He said, you know Emperor Khufu? And he said, yeah, I'm doing a mission for him. He said, could you send him a message? He said, what? He said, could you tell him to come on? Because he's holding up the whole world. But see, I wasn't ready to come in 15. I was already prophesied to come January 28/29. That was already prophesied. They opened up the gates. So I couldn't come. People wanted me to come, but I haven't fulfilled everything that I had to fulfill. Yeah, I created the states, the sovereign, the country. I got all that. But there's another part of this mission, my mission inside my bloodline, and the light inside of me that I had to keep going. So then when I opened up the gates, well, that started a whole new journey, whole new life, because I am the key. And according to them, they say he had the keys to open up the gates. Feel me? Well, I opened up the gates with my energy. So I am the key. And then I heard somebody put in chat where I go, they got all spooky and television, whatever they believe in. Somebody, gates of hell open, all kind of creatures come out. Oh yeah, I got immortal 5 beings coming out. See, they can't describe these, because they're immortal 5 beings. See, so even all of them kneel to me. On my dweller side here. So now on this side, I told the whole world I got to kneel too. So that's why I'm coming to my seat. On the planet. So you see, I'm sitting on my state. And everybody want me to run a little fast. So they can, but I ain't here for you. I'm gonna be here a long time. I ain't here for you. I'm here to make sure this state is systematized. Okay, once and for all. And I got the immortal 5 beings of my warriors, and I got the Grand Army Republic that's transferring into the Imperial District Marshals to protect the land. American states. American states is what? Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic. All the states is under my banner. Operating on my property. So that's why the transition is so hard, well, complicated for a lot of them. They got them migraine headaches because they never seen it coming. They said the United States was, what country are you from? United States of America. There ain't no country. So all their passports is a lie. But they say, what country you from? You say United States of America. United States of America not a country. United States of America corporation. They use the America on it. It's not try to attach to the continent. But the country is country of United States. Well, the treaty is, and I own treaty. So we got our treaty law. So all that you had to pick up through that journey, unbeknown to me, and whoever traveled with me through them times, because they kept trying to compare us with, all these clowns out here on the market, them dirty Moors. You feel me? Talking about the Moor scientific, all of them. The Islamic crew, nation, all that. Christians, all that. Sabian, whatever, Nubians, all that. I didn't want none of it. I had my own light. They kept wanting me to get cheap Black Eagle light, Farrakhan light, their Philly teeth, what they call light. I ain't want none of it. I study preachers light. I ain't want none of it. Because they didn't have no salvation, none of it. Because they was all telling me a story what somebody else told them. I was giving them situation that happened to me on my journey that they couldn't get no answer from. You feel me? Because they ain't written nowhere. So that type magic that I come with. So that's why magic's everything. That's why I say Salam Alaikum with magic on more, true more. You feel me? Last time I checked, Allah have vacated his post. Last time I checked, God, he vacated his post. Last time I checked, Jesus Christ, he vacated his post when I let the master. So all that's a folklore. So that's why I tell people, I wish you the best. If you think that being is really gonna save you from yourself, because he don't exist. So now you got to come deal with my fire. And I ain't tell nobody I was nice. So I already put a mark on it, 26,000 years. A whole cycle of the sun. And then you're gonna see my face and see who I am. See? Then I'm saying I'm gonna curse you right back again, bring your soul. How can you do that? Because I have that type of light. I'm a dweller. We can do whatever we want. We're the universe. You just got to grow up, because they say it's gonna happen so fast. So you see the dollar, all that stuff. Listen, China, Russia, all them knew about me since 2009. That's why they did all this brick stuff. Go back and check. Because they knew what was happening behind the scenes, what the United States had. They know the 10, they know they're on my medal list. So they already know you got a sovereign on the scene, stepping on the scene with his own normal sovereigns, gold, backed by gold, equity to go back to 1786, 1774. Come on, man. They been knowing about me. Now I'm on the scene. Finally moving my state, our state. So that now this is our first, that's why I said we at the beginning. on a long road, on a long journey, right? So it's all coming in around my earth time. Like I kept telling y'all throughout the year, I said, it's looking like he's gonna fall. Everything gonna fall in on my earth. You feel me? And that's what's happening because I'm at the most powerful on my earth day. You feel my earth time? So I got a blue Kachina coming in. Everybody been talking about blue Kachina. And look who's on the scene when the blue Kachina come in. Yours truly. Ain't no other state coming. Got the state. You got an appointment. They help you out on that answer.
Indeed, whoever asked
Indeed.
it.
Indeed. Yeah, you answered that. Appreciate that.
fully.
Yeah.
All right. Harjay, yeah, so
Thank you, Shujaa. Assalamu alaikum with Magic Emperor. I just wanted to find out why the number 26,000 years, what is the significance of 26? Why not a lesser number or a larger number? And yeah, that's the question. In relation to the gates of hell being open.
Say that again.
Yeah, in relation to the gates of hell being open for the length of time of 26,000 years, why that number? Why is it less, or why can it be less, or why is it more?
I didn't say the gates of hell gonna be open.
Oh.
I said I was gonna curse into a de jure hell.
Oh, de jure hell.
For 26,000 years. They gave you a de facto hell.
Okay.
So they keep telling you come back around. That's de facto.
Okay.
So you could say you've been around 1,000,000 times, you feel me? In different life forms, you feel me?
Okay.
But them days up. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm here. Somebody say you got 40 million waiting on you. Because all them light, you coming to the Aquarian age. So, I can't with my own light. So my light gonna be here. Ain't going nowhere. So that de jure hell, what you want to call it, that's what my fire. So like I told you, old man said what? They are light beings, but they brothers of the bush. Okay? The brothers of the burning bush. The light beings that go both sides. Okay? So for those who know, you go back to the order of the serpent, the oldest order on land, okay?
Yeah.
Then you go through the order, you get going. You got AEO, just order. But it's only gonna take it so far because of what the priest is done with the magic.
Yeah.
Okay. So, so now they had that, that's what that veil is. So on this side, you just got religious dummies. Because you say religion, remember? Where I come, religion don't exist. It can't exist. Who gonna realign themselves outside of self? That's what I'm saying. So that's why I say they got a headache. Because they took their soul away from their soul. And they don't know how to get back. You feel me? So now I don't think they got a hope.
We relegated our magic for superstition.
They think somebody gonna come save him for themselves, you're gonna get off the cross. I'm still waiting on the nigga to get off the cross. Because ain't no dead man gonna come save, okay?
Right.
So don't know you want to cross around. How a dead man gonna say you can save yourself? So that's why they call backwards thinking.
Yeah. He's still on his way, I suppose.
I mean, well, he going on the third day. When he said, "I see you in a day," so we're in year 2000. So that's 2 days he ain't showed up. So now he on the, the third day. They still waiting, right?
Wow. Thank you for that.
We good?
Appreciate it.
All right. Before we get to you, Honey, a quick question from YouTube. It says, when did the 70 plus 7 weeks start?
Oh, January 28, 29 last year. No, the gates of hell.
All right. Cool.
I said that earlier. They must just got on. Okay.
Right. All right, Honey, you got the floor.
I'm Alaikum with Magic.
Come on, I hear you. Assalamu alaikum, man.
Okay. The appointment. What is the appointment you've been talking about, and why is it so important?
Well, because you got a country, not just a country. You got not just a state. You have a country. So when we formed the Yamasee Native Montgomery Bureau of Embassy, there was an appointment there. Okay, because you create a state. So we got obstacle number one, that's create a state. So the chief or the chief commander-in-chief that we appointed is Chief Black Eagle, quote, Thunderbird, end quote. Okay. So when he missed his appointment, the clan chief acted in that capacity for the state. But the world needed to see the chief, but he didn't know how to stand on his square under the state because they had him, or still got him, locked up under that de facto Dwight York name that his family and all his so-called followers allowed to be done back in Georgia 20 years ago with that fraudulent case. Because he's docked on record as a sovereign chief. Okay, so when he missed his appointment, well, he abdicated his seat. He didn't lose the seat. He didn't vacate his seat. No, he abdicated his seat. So he missed his appointment for the state. Okay, so by me, and then you had the Washington United Washington Demania had a state. That's a sovereign state. So that appointment and Crown Prince Ramsey Bay, went up, which I would raise him back up to, because me. And then he missed that appointment, and then that de facto or chief back then, Zaku, who we appointed, he missed his appointment. See, so that's why I took the state. And now when I combined it, there was only one appointment left. And that appointment went through the Washita, Al Morocco, and the Yamasee, which you picked up all of their ancient writings, treaties, royalty, full faith and credit, equity, gold. You picked it all up. Because the way we got signed in of my sovereignty of my signature, because I was nationalized by the Crown Prince of the United Washington Demania, who had all the authority of Empress Verdiasi, because she was in a coma. So he had all the authority to create a state. And that's what he did. And he had me nationalized as Chief Maiku. So he gave me double chief. So they couldn't come steal it. Thunderfire. Or Khufu Renu Z Samsoneo. Thunderfire. Okay, that's the first thing you see, Thunderfire on the scene. So I'm a head of a state. So when they authenticated the government, they authenticated our signatures who created the state. But my signature was a chief, not just a secure party, okay, but a sovereign prince that's appointed by a sovereign prince, by a crown prince of the United Washington Demania, imperial indigenous nation of the world. Everybody know that. Head of the oldest nation, Washington Demania. You feel me? You got me? So that had an appointment, okay? So as I kept going, when I did the act of state, when Obama said the United States cruise ship, not a speedboat, well, those out there who knew there was an appointment, somebody had an appointment, because he had his own state. So they searched around, looked around, it was me the whole while. But I had to grow into it and develop and elevate, which I did. You can see. So not only is that appointment where I've grown into coming from that venue, I also inherit an appointment that's coming from my royal bloodline. But the master and me having my 580 immortal 5 deities as my warrior, I got a grand assembly and able to come on this side and control and rule the world. That's why King Dome of Congo said whoever fit that head, fit that crown, will rule the world one day. Well, he's sitting in that damn time. I got a crown of Africa on my head. So we moving. So you just If you ain't on the ship now, you just gotta wait till the doors open. If you have applied before, I ain't got time to talk to you. I'm serious. I wish you the best on whoever. Allah, Jesus, Doc, Farrakhan, whoever. I hope they save you. You can't get back on this ship. So, because I'm only here. It's my rule. So when that blue Kachina you see coming in, that says what? Destruction. New age coming in. Well, we've been saying that the whole while. Well, now it's coming in on your Earth Day when you told them last year 580 days, but we're at 577 today. Well, 580 days ago, you told them you were coming to your seat in an affidavit and went live and challenged everybody. Not just, man, I challenged Pope, King, Queens, everybody. Nobody stood up. Can't. That was motu proprio last year. Once I put out that press release, only whole car they had with that boy down in Georgia. And he thought he had some control over this. And you see how much control he didn't have nothing over here. So when I slapped him when I slapped his ass and to hell forever, you feel me? Coming at me like that. Coming at me like that for treason, I bitch slapped his ass. And then cursed him and his generation past hell. I created a new one for his ass. You feel me? So I ain't got to deal with it no more. So that's why I say ain't even let that little breath they got so far, it's gonna run out very soon. And I'll be here watching. So they gotta come. I stand at the gate. I stand at the gate. I know now. I've been knew that. Growing into it. Grandma told me that. Told you that. So now I'm going down my light. It's my time to shine. Who can outshine me living? Biden? You lost your damn mind. Trump? I spit slap your ass.
Calm down.
Come on, that guy over there in Russia, Putin. Come on, man. Y'all serious? Or that guy, Xi. Come on, man. Ain't got nothing to do. Come on. They all just like anybody else. They got a time. Okay? Time to respect nobody. So if that's how they want to go, they told you. In Psalm 2, when I come. No, they ain't gonna like me. Why? Because I'm the soul. I'm the what did the witches say? The one we dreaded walks. Because I'm able to put the veil down. And I do it every day. So I'm a sovereign state, sovereign country, sovereign universe, every day walking. Look, I came down here, ate with y'all, slept with y'all, dated like y'all, had fun like y'all, did everything like y'all. I had to come see. Then they carried me down to the bottom of hell, and I raised myself up to the top with nobody help except my own. So now you gotta see my story. Because they ain't got no story. Because all that stuff could be wiped out. So y'all amazed that people getting Lamborghinis and $10 million house and all that crap. Okay. Well, I'd be here when they gone, so you know, ain't no problem. You seen that Barker boy over there in California at 99, he made 99, right? But his ass left here. Now he ain't got nothing. Look at all the stuff he left behind. See? Can't take nothing with you. So I come here to gather souls. So that's the only way you can be a normal earth keeper. You go into a whole nother realm of the universe. This was a test. If you go back and read the Ember Tablets, Enki told you, Lost Book of Enki, it's always a test. And look how many failed the test. Based on what? Wherever the part of the universe they came from. Based on lust. Because they ain't found no love. Because if that God say they really love you, why you ain't got some salvation then? Make sense to you? What else you got for me?
All right. Before I get to IMAC, you got a question in the chat. It says, hold on. It says, how is the oldest treaty in existence? No, it says, what is the oldest treaty in existence, and how does this relate or correlate with your appointment?
Well, I got all the treaties dealing with the Washita without the W. Deduct the monument without the W. It was out the W first. Or the Washita Moors deduct the monument. And they docked all the way back to 1713. So all that's inherited. So whatever France, England, Spain did as well, Spain and England, main two, as protectorates over the sovereign land rights and sovereignty and royalty and full faith and credit of the Empress Saint Saïd Aya Maria, who was the Empress of the Washita. When they became protectorates over that, well, they had the Floridas, which is all down in Haiti, all that, Cuba, all that, all the way down to Yucatan, all the way up to Canada. 3 million acres of terror, you feel me? She only got 68,000 acres. 2 million more acres still on land. That's just what they say. But I can go do to my own records. That's all my property now. I'm the sovereign, you feel me? So you going back to Kingdom of Morocco or Morocco, they're here, and then the Kingdom of Morocco being the outpost to consolidate that treaty that the United States of America tried to steal or attempted to steal in 1836 when they took the 50-year window out. Okay, well, that treaty that's under my banner now, I go all the way back to 789, back to the Idris to pick up all them rights. And then from there, I go back to Anunnaki. So when you're saying the oldest treaty, well, just by me being here, I represent the oldest treaty because I got the land back. Just by you see the Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic, for the country of the United States, that state small s, the oldest independent, autonomous, autochthon nation on earth. That's what you picked up. So you own everything. They help you out.
Whoa. All right, I'm at you. Floor.
My question is, in the 70-week prophecy, 70+ 7-week prophecy, in the prophecy, it also exposed the ones that is the earthful rightful ruler, which is you, come to expose the de facto rulers of the earth, correct?
It's not, you know, that's the way they wrote the story, okay? The way I write my story is that's my royal bloodline. I come back to reclaim my royal bloodline, you feel me?
Correct.
Because it's mine, it's my seat, it's my bloodline. So they had impersonated and radicalized it, racialized, all that got to get wiped out, you feel me? So I don't see none of them. They already been exposed, Matt, when I put the motu proprio out there. For those who know, you feel me? They was already exposed. They were just waiting on you to see which way I was going, because they know you got the state. You got it. They know you got a state. They know you recognize that the indigenous government of America. So you got your own state. So you outside of everybody's being. And you can walk and live anywhere you want to because you're on your own land. So you way outside that old crazy Morse teaching, that dirty Morse stuff. Yeah, that's madness. Correct. You feel me?
Madness.
That saving, that's madness. That Morse scientism, that's madness. That Islamism, that's madness. That's Christianism, that's madness. That Israeliteism, all that's madness. It's madness. It gets you nowhere but a grave. You feel me?
Facts. But the grave. Thank you, Protector. I yield.
I had to get something to drink. So come on, who next?
Right. Alan Sujar, you next. Sojourn, pardon me.
Salam alaikum with magic. With the continent of Africa unionizing, how do you see the relationship between the African Union and Nama?
Well, I wear the crown of Congo. I got the crown of Congo, which is the crown of Africa. So as I step my feet back on the ground with the crown on, you're gonna see everything change. There's only lines that separate these countries. I come to remove the lines and create a one single force with one single language called Yamashit. Okay? So that the whole country is speaking Yamashit, because when you speak our language, all the dialects they speak over there is under that. So we got the master language. So we teach all tribes the master language and raise them up with the wealth of the land for them. Like I said before, make them all a millionaire in a year. What kind of country you got? Ain't nobody did it, right?
Right.
So I do it. You feel me? Because I got that type of wealth. I need none of their wealth. I have my own wealth. I got wealth on $100 million and go equity. That's constitutional. From 1774 when they cut the flag down. Officially when he signed the contract, he said with the treaty for the Constitution. But you can go all the way back to Benjamin Franklin when he created, the Declaration. Not the Declaration of Independence, a declaration. You feel me? Okay, so you trace it all the way back then. So you got that type of equity. So you need nothing from anybody. You just got to learn how to spin your own and set up your system to run your own wealth. You're not under the dollar hegemony. The dollar hegemony has no authority over you because you got more authority than the United States president and so Secretary of State. They know that. That's why they're so mad. Because how can you come and, how they say back in the day, how can you come and get a slave master more power than you got? See, that's how they look at it. Some of them, Remember I tell you what that the fight those judges down in DeKalb County said? He said, "What? You mean tell me we got they said niggas, but they said African Americans that we can't tell what to do? Who was signing that contract? So it's all been here, y'all. It's just been behind the scenes. That's why I walk small to big stick, because you had the guys who want to run out there, haul drugs down the road to impress their girls, try to run paperwork to sue mayors and judges and all that craziness. When you got your own state, you don't need to talk to them about nothing. You can finance everything you need under your own state. You don't need Wells Fargo nothing for nothing. You got your own state. You just gotta get yourself like we training, so you can get employed under your state and keep moving. That's why you walk small to big stick. You don't need 1,000, 10,000 nationals. Come on, these people don't know what nationality is. Y'all learned for a year how you got to sit on a sovereign state, okay, to create some good standing within that state, so that you can understand what a national is outside of a citizen. So a national is a republic, and a republic is for the people. Okay, so now you got equity that you can feed yourself. Hospital, our wealth system, we don't call it a hospital, council. We call our healing,
wellness,
our common healing.
also
wellness.
Health and wellness, that's the name of the seal. But Nama healing, we do you got all that for yourself. And you can build like anybody else. That's why we're going through the university. So we can contract any of these non-executive directors, professors, or whatever, come in and teach Namas, but they ain't never got to worry about going out and looking for no job, because we got work for another 1,000 years. You feel me? But you got to learn how to control that wealth and control your energy. You know what I'm saying? That's why you going through the schools and everything you're going through, and what we training and what else we got to go through, and traveling back through the JoJo, all that stuff. Because you got to balance yourself in the universe, because you got to get rid of that illusion. Because all y'all trying to bring something through the gate. Y'all see I open up the gates of hell, ain't no joke. So you ain't bringing shit through them gates, right?
Right.
Because we got people still trying to bring their emotion. Let me quit.
At the door. Lead the
You
bag.
understand? They still got that girl, what they call the invisible bag they trying to bring.
Bag ladies.
Can't bring across the gate. They
left.
mad. You know what I'm saying? They want to go get Grandma Sully from last year, 10 years ago, to bring her pictures. I can see them. If you know who I know, you can go open that spirit up. You know what I'm saying? But that's that game they're losing. Everybody all right?
We cool.
Yeah,
good.
Definitely too.
Loving it.
We got
question.
Yeah, I know. We don't have no more hands raised, Protector. We do have 2 questions from YouTube. The first question says, greetings, Emperor Khufu. It's wonderful to see all is well. I recently filed an SF-181 correction of status to obtain my rightful status. Do I have to be federally recognized?
Nothing to do over there. That's all where I come from, legal jargon. Because you can't get outside of the birth record contract. So whatever you're attempting to get them to do on the federal side, it's all the corporation. They can't give your soul no freedom. You have no human rights here. You docked in as a corporation. That's your birth record contract. You won't have no driver license, no social security card, nothing without that contract. So unless you got somewhere outside of that, you can dock your venue to live. Well, you can't get outside that credit. So in trying to, or attempting, as you say, to correct and do all that with your status, following all their forms, them all federal forms, they put you in the IRS, they put you under the federal government. I ain't got that. We have none of that over here. We have no need of none of that. That's outside of our jurisdiction. So to help you out. They help you out?
That's YouTube. Cool. Appreciate that, Protector. And then the second question from YouTube is from a Derek Adayan. Salam alaikum wa magic, Protector. Could you please explain the relevance of the year 1513 and if it relates to the Declaration of Independence for colonial countries and peoples?
No, you're talking about 1513. You're going back to that's back when you're going back to our old contract with the Yamasee government. That was with the Spanish Yamasee War of 1513. You're going back that far. We traced that all back. Yeah, we got it all. That's all in the Yamasee Native American government bill. Matter of fact, embassy. Matter of fact, that boy down in Georgia, besides where he got to go in literacy or where he's burned out at, that was a good brief around that during that time with the government. So that goes back to 1513. You talking about that? So you talking about 1713? That's going back to the Treaties Up trick with the Washita. Okay, so that's why they said, well, back in the day they said the Yamasee and the Washita can never be on the same contract because there's no contract in the United States with the Yamasee or the Washita. It's on record. So I come back and got both of them under one banner. So they help them out. They help you out.
That helped. I got 3 more
I'm
questions.
gonna make sure help them out. They help them out.
Can somebody check YouTube and see if that helped them out, please?
Oh, I thought I had my light on.
In the meantime, I got 3 questions for you. The
3?
first 3.
For what?
Let's see. Why is it important to have these events documented for posterity?
Oh, because you got a sovereign ship. You got your own recording. You own L. Eastmore now. So all the records on L. Eastmore is under you now. So you have your own state. So now you have your own recording. You have your own angles. So that's why you keep a record of who you is. So if people say, why am I here? Because the gate closed? Because I got 40 million that are waiting on me. And I have to be seen all over the world. So I can open the gates whatever I want. But I ain't got time for these minds, these broke minds that can't see outside of brokenness. Okay? So I need minds that's ready to run a state. So that's why I'm running small. Because I ain't got time for all the people you seen when they brought that de facto boy through Atlanta with all the blue lights and you seen the African Americans out there. Oh shit, this is real. Oh shit, I ain't got time for them. See, I don't want no part of them.
Right.
You see, so I ain't here for them. I'm only here those can see me and hear me. And once that time is up, there ain't nothing else left. So I wish, that's why I'm wishing the best, like Noah or optimism and the ark. When the door closed, the door closed.
Right.
But I reserved it to make sure if I need to add, I'm cool. But normally that would be up in the high echelons that's coming on to do certain jobs, and we open it up for them to continue their paperwork to be nominationals. But outside just opening up for the masses of the people, I can't see doing that for 3 years. Until the university is set up, because they got to go through that training, because they got a serious spell they got to break, called it, the Leville thing.
Right.
And you got a lot of them who don't want to break it.
Right.
So we ain't got time to hear this story. So even they can come do the job and work with us, they got to leave that story behind, because it don't work over here.
Right.
See, so we got certain speed reading, memory power that help you relieve yourself of that pain. You feel me? Because we don't want none of it. You know what I'm saying? We done with it. So we packed it up, gave it back, and we moving on. See, so you got those who want to, well, maybe Jesus might come. Maybe the math team may come. You see, you got them still on your, still trying to hang on, attempting to hang on. So this is a pure ship. It's a live ship. So it's a fire you got to cross, because I come from the fire. So you got to cross through a fire. So I got to train you so you can adapt to this type of light that I got. Then I bring you out of existence.
Right.
That make sense to you?
That make a lot of sense.
Yes.
All right. I got one more. Well, I got two more. All right. So who or what is Sam Who?
Universe traveler.
Okay. Nothing more needs to be said. All right. And last but not least, what are the implications of the fulfillment of the 70 plus 7 weeks?
Oh, hold on a minute. Go back to the other one.
All
Before
right,
anything was.
Sam Who was.
Sam Who was. So, what I'm saying?
That's right.
So, so I was like, okay, you let me say that. And then they said, I'm the Ray. See, so you see, coming from the dweller side, see? So you see Sam Who Ray, why you don't see him. Then you got Holat, who also is a what? Master of darkness. You see? So all of them are your ancient ones that I roll with. That so and we ain't no joke. You feel me? So what was that next question?
I appreciate that one. All right, what are the implications of the fulfillment of the 70 plus 7 weeks?
Let's see.
Want me to say
y'all know me. Y'all know how I roll. I just keep. I'm enjoying myself finally after going through the birthing pain and all the headaches, all them want to be brought to the ship. You clean that ship out. That was a headache. So you had to get public notice out there to let all them dirty Moors and Wabians and that old girl down in Charlotte, the one that retired, want to be an empress, and all these people that were attaching themselves to your journey, and that were dirtying up your ship. You see a ship. So when I started opening up my ship, I had all these shells and attachments and all this slime and shit on my ship. So I had to come and put a public notice out there to let the whole world know they ain't got nothing to do with this. And I ain't got nothing to do with it. So now they out there on their own selling them whoop tickets. So they can't come out over here, because now they got to come before my court to prove that they even got jurisdiction to fly the red and green flag. See, Morocco can't do nothing because they got a chancery court and they deal with outside of their jurisdiction because they haven't proven that they are outside of the United States jurisdiction. But all that slinging they talking. That's why Morocco don't do nothing. I say nothing. Because it's just mockery. And dirty, that's why I call them dirty Moors. Now Drew Ali, you go back to his day and time, what flag was he flying? Same damn one I'm flying, ain't it? Y'all didn't catch that. Y'all didn't catch that, did you?
Facts.
See? They ain't flying no 48-star flag. What they flying? They flying a 50-star military flag. So you tell you right there, they crooks. They don't know nothing about jurisdiction. I fly the 48-star flag. Why? Because I own it. And during Drew Ali time, it was the flag that was carrying the gold, and he had to know about it. That's why he's flying the 48-star. and he had the right to fly the red and green flag because Morocco was still under the jurisdiction of France until 1956, when Eisenhower closed the chancery, closed the consul court. Y'all got to keep up. You feel me?
Right.
But outside that, what the Moors that did? Ain't none. You ain't got no jurisdiction.
Right.
They closed the window at the Federal Reserve 2000 September 11th, 2001. Because there weren't no Moors using the window. Then you got all these Moors talking about they know something. Why don't you use the window then? You got a window at the Federal Reserve you can use if you're a true Moor to pay all your damn debt.
But you got to be a true Moor, and there ain't.
You gotta have. There you go. You gotta have a venue. So they out here trying to slang paperwork, sue judges and all that. That's why I say just messing up their system. It's their system. If you don't like it, create your own, like I did. You got my own damn venue. Got my own damn court. So I ain't keep going up in there fighting them and knowing they're about a club and they're part of court and they're part of bar and they got people that swear oaths to them and worship them. Come on, you stupid. And they get on TV out there, they all tough, got their feds on. Yeah, all right. That shit look crazy, no? Madness, man. People want to go down there as a model. I told you, we put him in our university for, make it a history class. Because ain't nothing else that nigga said was damn, feel me?
Right, I feel you.
Ain't got no salvation, none of that Moorish teaching. Ain't no salvation in the Islamic teaching. Ain't no salvation in that Moor science teaching, nothing. What they got? Nothing. But a headache. And want to have Jumu'ah on Friday. Come on, man. Seriously. That's that religious spell them niggas under. I tell you. Damn, the emperor said nigga. Ignorant. That's what it mean, all right?
Ignorant.
Like I said, Trump, all of them niggas to me, what? They ignorant.
Protector, you have no more questions in the chat, and I have no more questions for you at this time as far as this part is concerned. So I'll yield the floor back to you and the host.
So y'all good? Y'all get enough for me that time?
Yes, that was absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
All right, so y'all got a little stuff y'all got in what time is it? All right, so y'all got a little show, so let's sit back and enjoy the show. And we ask more questions down the road. Hope somebody done sit back and write a question out, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, come on.
Oh, I got you.
I yield.
Abner Faray, Assalamu alaikum with magic. Are you?
I got you.
All right. Are you?
I'm living with magic. Now my family. On 28.
Alaikum magic.
On 29 January 2022. His H.E.M Majesty opened the gates of hell, which marked the beginning of the 70 plus 7 week prophecy and the coming of the Son of Man on 26 August 2023. Exclusive AccuWeather forecast. A hurricane.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Start over. I can't see you.
See me?
Can't see you.
Smiley face.
Hold on. All right. See me now?
I still see me. No, it's not showing no picture.
But now.
Nope.
Okay, you logged in twice.
Yeah,
That's
let's
why
see
you
if I
can't
logged
see.
in more than one.
Okay.
Say if I need to step in for you to read,
Yeah,
I can go ahead and get it.
Yeah, come on, look here, Jetty. Come on, take over. He had his light on a while ago, so he might well keep it on.
All right. This is Nanyi Isnu Kuel Ora Ray on 28/29 January 2022. His Imperial Majesty opened the gates of hell, which marked the beginning of the 70 plus 7 week prophecy and the coming of the Son of Man. On 26 August 2023, exclusive AccuWeather forecasts a hurricane that originates in the Yucatan Peninsula, traveling and gaining strength, reaching land on H.E.M solar return. Behold the sun, parentheses, Idalia, in parentheses, is the name of the magical earthly wonder that will hit land on 30/31 August 2023. All number Earth keepers are celebrating along with the Earth, celestial bodies, immortal deities, and universe. Yeesh. Colon.
Yeah, we had that a while ago. So
it was just good to get it into them again.
You gonna get it in? You don't want me to answer that again?
No, we can go ahead and go to the next slide if we have to, according to the host.
I still Appalachian up here. Kind of got the red flag up there now. Messing with you.
Hey, host, go ahead.
What's the next flag? I'll let you roll it. I see you. See how you handle it. Now y'all know that's the blue Kachina coming in, right?
Yeah.
So,
yes. Oh, yeah. Yes.
So we get ready to get it through our dialogue through here, but just this picture's popped up. And you know, throughout all the prophecy growing up, y'all heard about the Hopi, you ain't got a history channel on it. And so, but you be living in this day and time right now with all this stuff going on in the Gulf everywhere. And it just showed up on the 15th of August. They just discovered this. And so that's how it looked now 10 days later on the 25th. We on the 28th. So 3 days ago, that's how it was looking. You feel me? And it's getting brighter as it gets to the sun because it reaches highest peak at the sun on the 13th of September. So that's going through from now until the 13th of September. You got all that energy leaving Venus, Lahamu, feel me? Going to Mercury, going to the highest peak on the sun at 13. So we in that energy with the full moon and everything. Look at all this energy. You feel me? So I just want to share that with that, because that's some energy right there. And so it's blue-green. So everybody talk about the green light, all that, we got all that. They said, but that blue Kachina, we're gonna show up just like it did. And they said, what comes after the blue Kachina? The red Kachina.
Kachina.
Right, the red Kachina.
Y'all got it?
Now,
red Kachina, right?
Yes, correct.
Y'all ready for this?
What are those colors representing?
Well, the blue Kachina represents destruction, new beginning.
Okay.
That's when they said the blue Kachina showed up now. Everybody know that. End of that, all that stuff they talked about. But that's a sign that it's imminent.
Okay, then you said the red was coming.
Whether it's the war in Ukraine or war that's getting ready to break out or whatever, this type of celestial energy in the universe right now is the sign of man that system is up and it's a change. So that's why they say death and destruction. Why? Because there's a change is coming in. Whether man like it or not, it doesn't matter. The universe don't respect the person. Doesn't matter who you is, no matter how much wealth you got, no matter how much status you got. If you ain't got divinity like on my ship, well, you don't exist. Message you want to make television, make it, and you want to feel like nah, it's universe. So when you got this type of energy and on this day and time, and you coming into on my Earth year, on my Earth day, coming in 15th, y'all, to the 15th of September, that's a month. So I'm right in the center of it, see? So I'm getting all this energy at that light. So that's that blue Kachina coming in right now. As I'm coming to my seat. You got a hurricane started up in the Yucatan, sat there for almost 70 hours, and now it's coming up through the Gulf, and it's going to be close to a 4. Started 135 to 148. In that range they showed me. I asked for. I ain't gonna say show me. I said, because me, I didn't know. And where it's going to cross out at. So that's happening so fast. So, and then you still got this coming in, and what we building on, and where I am with the appointment. So that's why we said something about the appointment. Did I finish the appointment question? Okay, no, I didn't. No, I didn't finish the appointment question. So when you're looking at that appointment, yeah, because okay, yeah. So they said that when he lost that and all that, I got their appointment, and then I got an appointment for my bloodline. Okay, so there's nobody else got an appointment. They got elections. You get a president, senator, prime minister. There ain't no appointment. If you got kings of the world, where they got their heirs already. You feel me? So there ain't no appointment for nobody. So when if you say you got an appointment, okay, you're bringing in a sovereign country that has 4 states already under it, and it's already got the full faith and credit, the venue, treaties, land rights, all that under your venue as you moving out your state. That's that appointment. So you have an arrival date, you have a raising of the flag, all that. You got a state. So that's why stuff we gotta get ready for. All that stuff I told you. That's what we're working on, Come on.
Oh, okay. You was talking about the representation of the blue, and then the next coming in was the red one.
And I say, who you think it was? I told you what I got nationalized as.
Thunder Fire.
Red Eagle Thunderfire, the Red Katina, man.
Red Eagle Thunderfire.
I got the ship. That's what I'm saying. That's why you see it on that's why I pushed it out there. Why? Because it showed up. That's what I'm waiting on. Can't move there and let you know. I tell you, I get my sign through what? The universe, remember? You got people trying to push me because they got an ego. I tell them I ain't here for them, you feel me? And they would have stayed on the ship and learned, they would see where I'm at. But they wanted their greed and lust. All that, I ain't here for that. You can go play the lottery and get that, you feel me? I'm here, I can write my own check. I can carry my own credit card, you feel me? I can buy my own house with my own bank. I can build anything I want. And they got to buy by our jurisdiction. So FDA better get their act together, you hear me? So we got certain standards that's deeper than theirs, you feel me? So they're on our land. So y'all got to step up to the plate. You gonna move a ship without fear or favor. Make sense?
Yes, Emperor.
Yes, yes, it does.
I think I finished at that time, right?
Oh yes, you did. You did.
Donald Ward, before you move forward, you got a question in the chat, Protector.
Come on.
To Derek Adeyin. Pardon me, brother, if I'm saying your name wrong or appellation wrong. Salam alaikum magic. Protector, could you please explain the significance of the red and green flag?
Talking about Moroccan flag?
Yeah, I think that's what he's talking about. Yeah, the red
okay.
And green flag.
Well, that's a national flag. Okay, that's a national flag for the Kingdom of Morocco. Okay, so when the treaty was signed, it was our red flag. Then it became a 6-pointed star, and now it's a 5-pointed star. Okay, so that has all treaty right, jurisdiction, the vizier, all that, all them, the real stuff. So when you come over here in a foreign country, and you a citizen of this foreign country in America, and you go fly that flag, and you don't have no contract to attach yourself to the Kingdom of Morocco, because on the world scene, international scene, that jurisdiction is under King Mohammed VI. So it tells you inside of the Treaty of Peace and Friendship, I think it's Article 6, that if you want to be a Moor, okay, well, you have to get that on paper. So they have no status. So that's why I call them dirty Moors. Because they're trying to go raise up the old Al-Marak Empire, and it can't be done with the H.E.M and all that stuff that boy taught in Philly. That's your story. That's how I say we're teaching in the university, because it's our story. I went through that school. But it's buried. I came and raised my own flag. I don't need that to move my ship. See, because I did it a different way, the way you had to do it to get that jurisdiction. So to go out there and pretend that you got some jurisdiction under the red flag because you know the courts can't go nowhere with that because they got a contract with the birth certificate contract. And Morocco, you ain't got no status to go into the Chancery Court of Morocco in DC. So that's why they just let it go. And a lot of these cats get away with little stuff, go out there and brag like that. Just. But see, now they got the court under my court because the flag is that's part of my wealth and equity. But I don't need a flag, y'all see? I fly my own flag. But under my flag, they know that red and green flag jurisdiction. That red and green and gold is under my jurisdiction. And we share that flag. So that's why he can continue being the Kingdom of Morocco. And I compare CMYE-IRK Republic. Because that's all dead. So all that's under me now. See? So we have our own flag to fly. I don't need that flag. I got all the jurisdiction of the flag, see, and the wealth. So for these cats to keep flying that flag as if they say they more this, that, and they don't worship the king and all that, and Allah, they can worship Drew Ali and all that stuff. See, that's caught. So you ain't got no damn soul. You know, your ego. Let's do it properly. Go to the embassy and ask for permission, whatever. You can sling all this damn paperwork at the judges. So why you can't do that? Because you can't get outside the birthright contract like we did. So that red and green flag, that's treaty flag, brother. That's 100 million in gold equity, you know. So that's a very important flag, you see. So for them to get out there and disrespect it the way they do, and lie to people so they can feed themselves, and they ain't got no sovereignty, try to be a model. That's sad. But it's something what Drew Ali said a long time ago, watch out, your own people say you back into slavery. So that's all. They just take you from worshiping the president of the United States to worshiping a de facto grand sheik or de facto imam or de facto minister, and they all got permission from the de facto England IRS to do business and talk that shit. Ain't got no venue. You feel me? So I have you out there with the flag? We good?
Yeah, and then I got one more question. So what happens to the nationals or citizens of a country if it ceases to exist? So like, for instance, where we at with the CMYE, all the other nationals from back then, where you at today, those contracts, you got them off your coat.
What nationals back then? They wouldn't know. So tell me a national.
Okay, cool. So then that answers that part of the question. So
tell me what national you had though.
No, I'm saying in your 20 years, in the 20 years you've been. Say that again, Protector.
They was all under the religious act.
No, what I'm asking you is, all right, so, and in your 20 years traveling, you had nationals at some point in time, right?
Well, yeah, came on the ship. Okay, you talking about dock with me?
Right. So where the state is now, what happened to those nationals?
They outside they ain't got no venue, nothing. They been on ships since they left.
Okay.
And they can never get back on. And then if they have got some type of violations that's docked this side of the Imperial Guardians, well, that's why the bars, the generals come in and take up all that. And then they will, I said I might allow them to contact the former one you talking about.
Right.
And because we don't want them having nothing, I don't want them having nothing my name on it.
Right, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Even the old shit. So I just send that back in and I return the fee, whatever. You feel me?
Right. So in the bigger picture though, all right, so if a country ceases to exist, what happens to its nationals, citizens?
They cease to exist with the country.
So but what the people have to do at that point? Reestablish a new country or find?
Well, that's why they call war.
Okay. Okay. Say no more. Loud and clear right there. Yeah. Donovan, you have the floor. Bakai. You have no more questions.
There's one more question.
They also actually, the one that make it, they would just become property. You feel me?
Like a subject?
Property.
Who?
like servants, etc., to do certain tasks.
Property.
You said property.
There it is. It's the third time.
Chantel.
That's correct.
No, it's worse than that. Property.
Wow.
Y'all trying to figure out through the fight those corporations that you live under now. The question was the ones that make it outside of the war, they property of the. So whatever that owner want to do with that property, he has that right. That's why I just say why y'all keep adding into it just property.
That was our ego, right? Go make it fit. What? Property, okay.
All right, we good. We good now?
Say, Unprotected, before we move on, I do have one question for you.
All right, come on.
So like in your last 70 plus 7 weeks, what have you seen economically that you feel the CMYE-IRK can improve or better the world trade economic, trading platform?
I personally don't see nothing.
But
because
by being the only indigenous.
Well, you got to understand that you've been on a ship, so you getting kind of basy there, with your question, but you've been on a ship for a while to the point where to ask that type question, so it ain't force it out. It's just the fact that you got a government structure. You got an imperial office for Imperial Majesty, right? And that houses everything you need to run a state, okay? So getting that part together is another 3 years. So to see what's out there, that's why I say I don't see nothing. Because whatever is going to happen, The hegemony of the dollar is falling. The countries is going to join BRICS. And that's all templates to us. And whatever route we take, whether it be through the flotilla, the resort I told you about, the hemp project, all that, them projects that's inside of our republic that we would deal with the countries we dealing with in our own way between us and them. And that's how you move your ship. Outside of that don't mean that, because you got your own wealth. You're not in debt. You're not struggling and to be enslaved with the United States bonds.
And that's kind of what I had. And that's kind of what I had at the end of that question.
If you want to come out and say you want to issue normal bonds, that's always on tape. You got to central bank. But then they're going to swap up your bonds like overnight, and because of the equity who you is. But you got the normal international central bank and the normal global bank. All that stuff got to be systematized. So to go outside of that systematized system we already got set up, to go into hope, you feel me? To seek this amount of vision of Africa, this and that. Just you got to put together, and like you're doing, and it's in motion. And so I want to stay focused on that 3 year or 2 year, 1 year to move. That way we sitting at a round table, we on a live call. They don't need to be, you feel me? And we moving that venue. That makes sense?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
They help you out.
Yeah. And then I was going to add at the end of that question, by the CMYE-IRK being the only indigenous republic form of government, that was kind of going to go into it, though. But you already expanded on it.
Well, to go into that indigenous government that you got a part adopted in your constitution, you actually can operate the Universal Declaration of Indigenous Rights, and you actually operate the human rights and judicial manifestation of property and colonialism. So that's all your constitution.
Gotcha.
So you are that's why you're indigenous, because they nobody else can use them rights. They can go to UN and get 5 minutes of fame.
Plus, we have a constitution.
No, they can get 5 minutes of fame. Pay attention.
Yeah.
Okay? They can go and get 5 minutes of fame and talk about indigenous and what indigenous people and where they come from. But when they leave, they that same old straw man they were when they walked in.
Gotcha.
You see, because they can't get outside that birthright contract to establish themselves as an indigenous person, like we did. That's why I got the indigenous government of America. Why? Because that's why I established. So if you own, that make you own land. So they already approved through the UN Charter all rights, all the nations.
Oh yeah.
That's why I say you couldn't come out at a better time. they didn't approve all the human rights. You feel me? So now that's adopted into your constitution, and now you have your so-called Bill of Rights. You can say, you see what I'm saying? But that's why they call Bill of Rights. You have your indigenous rights. You feel me? And now you can formulate your government so that your non-nationals have a cultural format to operate under. That makes sense to you?
Oh yes, yes, it does. It does.
All right.
And I yield.
May I make a quick comment to that, perspective, to Donald
Go.
Wilson?
Come on.
As far as our Namasarban goes, to the world market question you had, we have the only currency that can balance the world markets. Everybody, the world markets is in upheaval, not just because of BRICS, but because truthfully, it's hard to get out that hegemony that protect the set of the US dollar because the way they had it set up from after the World War II, you feel me? So now you come in with real money, with real currency, with tangible currency, you feel me? And that in itself balances out the market because again, you have no debt. You only have credit and it's real.
Right.
Great point. Great point. I'm glad you brought that up.
That's right.
Assalamu alaikum, Magic. At this time, the gates are actually closed. As the Emperor stated, he's been cleaning his ship and have gone through. Everyone has currently docked the files. However, send a message to the CMYE-IRK at CMYE imperialgov.us, and when the decision to reopen, you'll be notified at that time.
You remember I updated that too. I said if they send a resume in or something in that has something or experience that as we move in the ship, they can come and assist us and run the ship. You know what I'm saying? Judge, bank, and executive banks, all that kind of stuff. I can open up the gate, and I can open the gate anytime I want. But I just ain't got time to all these writers. But they got a resume that's gonna help move the ship. They're gonna get trained because with you, everybody else, because you got a training system for the next 2-3 years, for your language and everything else. But they got something that we can bring in at the executive level where they at now, wherever world they in, doctors, whatever, and they can come in and assist the government in moving the ship. So them doors always gonna be open. But as far as open up to the general public, it's like Imperial Minister just said. They help everybody out.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it does.
We got another question in the chat, and it's Derek Adine. Salam alaikum with magic, Emperor, Protector. Could you please explain what the flotilla is? Flotilla. Want to know about the flotilla?
Okay, the flotilla, the crown that's behind me right here, the royal crown, Imperial royal crown. Well, that crown was handmade. It's the only crown ever made by a king. And it's by the King of Congo, King Dome, Alfonso, okay? Back in 56. Same time Azhar, remember? Was signing back over the treaty. Interesting, right? So when he made the crown, he said whoever head it fit will rule the world one day. Okay, so but the crown was never supposed to left Kemet or Africa. So when one of my traveler brothers, Nabingi, when I told you about the shackles opening, that's when he went and got the crown. So he seen the magic I had, or that was within me. And only an emperor could have that type of magic. So he summons the crown, and it came on my Earth Day in 2011. I picked this crown up on August 31st, 2011. Unbeknown to me. I just happened to stop by his store because the prince who was born And she had stopped by her godmother's house, and I was on the way back to the house. And I said, well, let me stop by the store just to holler at him, you know. And when I got there, he just got there at 10 o'clock that morning, UPS. And he just was, Emperor, sit, and all that, you know. And so so now the crown got to go back to Africa. So I got to take it back. So that's a flotilla. So that's a flotilla of ships. So we got a template already written up, 7 steps, to where we're gonna have maybe, I think about 10 ships, including medical, 1 medical, and then cargo ships that's gonna take that trip, starting on the East Coast up in Quebec, coming on down different stops in different cities, picking up passengers under our jurisdiction, if they can make that trip. And then having another set of ships on the West Coast side, starting up different Oregon, coming down, crossing over the Panama Canal, coming up through the back end of Jamaica, you know, all that area, picking up, and then meeting down in Brazil. And then we cross over the Atlantic on the south side, coming up through Ghana that way, and then having ports on that side to dock, and then, you know, diplomatic travels, and, you know, up and down the west coast of Africa, you know, all the way up to the Gambia, all up to Morocco, all that. And then leaving the door open to also go south, to travel around South Africa and come up on the west side, and, you know, on that long journey. And I don't know, that could take about 2-3 years.
Wow.
I ain't got no problem. Wherever I go, you got military escort. But it's a journey, it's a flotilla. So that's also starting a 100-year project of us maintaining our own ship, building ships, you know, cruise line ships, all that, because we got our own route. You feel me? So that we can continue that journey once I open up that path with the crown and raise the dead, as they say, right? So that's part of that flotilla that's already in motion, that's already written out. And so we just got to fulfill it now as we move in this state. You feel me? I'll be more groom for y'all on my Earth Day. Y'all know that, right? That makes sense to you? They help them out.
They help you out, brother. So we're gonna have no questions.
All right, cool. What's the next slide? It's that. We already 7 o'clock. Told y'all this ain't gonna see. We gotta get past the first day first, right? Where we at? Number 7. All right, this is Blue Kachina. All right, so we got a little video, right?
Yes.
Whoever got the show, who got the mic? Somebody's supposed to be talking. Who got it? Majedi? Who's supposed to be talking?
Majedi.
All right, come on, Majedi. What's going on?
Give us a moment for the slot for the next video to occur.
The Americas, who foretell of
Interesting.
I've more than doubled my Signal account this year day trading options, and I literally only trade the same 5 to 7 stocks over.
Okay, next video.
James Kaufman, World News Report today. Today's August 25th, 2023, 11:11 a.m. Central here in the U.S. God bless you and yours no matter where you are in the world. Please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, ring that bell for critical future updates. We have a hyperbolic comet update. Or is this the Blue Kachina? Comet Nishimura C 2023 P1 is falling towards the sun for a close encounter on September 13th. Currently, it is just outside the orbit of Venus and accelerating towards Mercury's orbit. Australian astronomer Michael Yeager photographed the hyperbolic comet on August 24th and found that it had grown a 1 degree long tail. Since it was discovered in mid-August, comet Nishimura has more than tripled in brightness, a sign that it is feeling the heat of the approaching sun. Its green head now shines like an 8th magnitude star. Friday morning, August 25th, is a good time to observe it. Drawing a line through the brightest stars of Gemini, Castor, and Pollux leads directly to the comet in the morning pre-dawn sky. You tell me, ladies and gentlemen, we will be able to probably see this with the naked eye shortly. You tell me, is this just another comet, or is this the blue Kachina? I definitely don't remember seeing a comet that close to the sun that is that blue, green. You tell me. God bless, share, subscribe, and get ready for the 13th of September when the comet makes its close pass to our sun. I know we'll be able to see it on LASCO and GOES, etc. Get ready for signs in the heavens. Please share, subscribe, and always remember, anything's possible. Bizarro.
Oh man, you didn't get my Bizarro World out? Come on.
That boy be having some things, I tell you.
Yeah, he just showed one on the 27th with the had a sun dog and not a sun dog, a diving comet into the sun. And
You see it turn around?
Yeah, the craft got turned around coming from behind the sun.
You see that sucker turn around and got out of there?
It got the hell up out of there, protected.
That sucker was, you see how big the craft was?
Yes.
That sucker it was about big as the earth, wasn't it?
And you can see the bend that he made too. Like that.
See the bend? You see why they had to turn? They seen something on that sun. They're like, oh no, we out.
Go.
Out of there.
I thought ain't nobody caught that.
It's easy.
Now to keep hiding everything from you.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see that video. I know they got a show to show me, right? They can't show the public, scare everybody. They want to go to work tomorrow. Huh? If they show them what they see going on the sun right now, the more than 5 beings up there. Oh, you want to go to work tomorrow? You can do it like them people in Florida, packing up, running for safety. You hear me? Seriously.
Nowhere to run.
Where can you go?
Yeah.
I don't know. I got a ship, man.
Right.
I got a ship. I told y'all, ship can't sound like that on me, so.
Destiny.
So I got somewhere to dock you now, but you gotta make sure you pass to that light.
Gotcha.
I ain't worried about nothing. I'm gonna be here. I already seen it. So that's why I say I just keep walking. I ain't begging nobody, ain't asking nobody for nothing. You feel me? You on this ship, this is what it costs, this is the fee, this how it is, and it's going up. Shit, after that Imperial Note 3, shit, I might go at 58,000. I bet they run a lot of more.
The ship and value going up.
Right. I said I would go 135. I said, but a lot of people attempt to get on now. They see who I am. I might run 5.8, 5.8 for about 90 days until the end of the year. And then the end of the year, I have it in the notes where it go up to 58,000. So you give them that little window. You feel me? But you'll never get what y'all got. You hear me? You can definitely guarantee that.
Gratitude.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Won't never see them damn prices no more.
Yeah, I mean, but those weren't even easy.
Yeah. The headache.
Yeah, but look at the headache you brought. Oh, well, you might as well go up damn 100 times. You ain't gotta have that damn headache. Shit.
Hello.
Oh yeah, we're gonna ease it out.
They want to bring their grandma problem, the grandma and granddaddy problem, every damn thing. You like, huh? You supposed to be running the ship. They want to mix my stuff with Cheap Black Eagle or all the Moors out there and get all that misunderstanding, and a lot of them fell off the ship that way. Because they didn't understand the ship. They can only see the ship from their venue, or they understand they had no damn venue, my bad. From their understanding. They didn't have no understanding because they wouldn't nobody had no venue. They was out there trying to teach about jurisdiction on the Moors jurisdiction, but you gotta have a venue to have that jurisdiction because they cut the jurisdiction down. If you read the civil order that the Pope wrote, he said what? That jurisdiction was under what? The American state citizens, up until I came, there wasn't none. You feel me? That represent the American states. That's why all the treaty, the Moorish Empire was right there. There wasn't no all that stuff that boy there in Philadelphia teaching, all that Moorish, there wasn't none of that. The Pope came and told you. They were classified as all that jurisdiction was classified as Moorish, Moroccan descent, what do you say? American state citizens. All the Al-Marak, all that was under that title. Because they cut that flag out. They were trying to come in and raise the flag and talk about Moors this, Moors that. But that was under that title, American state citizen. That was the jurisdiction of the sovereign or the treaties. You feel me? That make sense to you?
Oh, yes. Yes, Emperor.
Yes.
All right. I see Majed back. Majed, I called you out a while ago. I thought you was here. I didn't know you were left. That's being real with you. You good though. They cover for you. They step right in on you. All right. So y'all see what's up now? We good?
Yes.
Let's continue.
All right, we're gonna pull up the next slide. It's the hyperbolic. Oh, they're going on. Okay. That's the hyperbolic comic update, the Blue Star Kachino. That's the close approach, September 13th, 2023. All right. Next slide. Now we get into the video of Tropical Storm Adalia.
Correct. Storm Medallion. And just let me say that everything that has been prophesized, the videos that are being shown is a prophecy fulfilled. So that is so important that everyone understands why the videos are being displayed, because it actually shows proof of everything that was prophesied, and it was prophesied for his Imperial Majesty. I yield.
Facts.
Great information.
And this one right here, that's not the updated one. So the updated one is a little better than this one, but I see it. But I see the track. But the new track is what I said it was gonna be. But this is a track that we ain't got to look at that. That's old. Let's go to the next one. Yeah, that's I know he did. He did it on 26.
Monday, August the 28th.
This is the 28th right here.
The 28th? Okay, come on.
Is it the 28th, right?
Yeah, 28. Come on.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, look like the 26 to me. Come on. Okay, come on.
The 28th.
That's BB. That's B. Okay, that's my
August the 28th, 2023. Got 7 a.m. Central Time update. This is Advisory 7A from the National Hurricane Center down in Miami, Florida. Check this out. 1 a.m. Wednesday, we have a major hurricane. You've got a Cat 3 or higher before it comes ashore right here. The blue lines are tropical storm warnings. This red area of Cuba is a hurricane warning, which if you look right here, this thing is about to become a hurricane. It's 65-mile-per-hour winds now. It's moving north at 8 miles an hour. So before it comes ashore, the center, it's going to become at least a Cat 3 hurricane. Now, the Fox hurricane has not updated this past a Cat 2 yet, but I think that's what we're dealing with. These are hurricane watches, tropical storm watches here in the yellow, and tropical storm warnings in the blue. But the only hurricane warning up now is Cuba, and that's because of what's happening here. Now, this was updated at 4 a.m., so this may change, but what you're looking at is peak storm surge forecast. The highest is in the red. You're talking about 7 to 11 feet between the Osceola River and down right here above the Anclote River, right there. Up to 11 feet storm surge in the orange, up to 9 feet. In the yellow, up to 6, and in blue, up to 3 feet. Of course, it's going to come in through this area, and the models are now pointing to it coming in where the red area is here. 11-foot storm surge. Remember, look at the time in your area of your tides, high and low tides. That's going to make a big difference. Low tide would help you. High tide is going to add to the 11-foot. Now, you're looking at images as the sun is barely coming over the edge of the eastern Gulf of Mexico here. Storm setting right there. Again, it wobbled out in this area for almost 2 days, and now it's again north at 8 miles an hour. But you can see that everything's setting up to add moisture to the storm. Look what's coming off the Louisiana and Mississippi coast. And guys, maybe this will bring some much needed rain to a lot of the states here. But where this thing comes in is a Cat 3. Guys, that's what Katrina was listed at when it came in and devastated Mississippi and Louisiana. Remember that? So don't forget about it. Now, if it's going to go to a Cat 3, but then it changes the whole game. When you go from a Cat 2 to a major hurricane, the wind picks up, the storm damage picks up, the house damage picks up, everything picks up. Low flooding. Imagine 11 feet up into that area of storm surge. But this is what we have this morning. Let's look at Franklin a moment. Maximum sustained winds 115 miles per hour, guys. That's a Cat 3 right here. It's going to remain a major hurricane until 2 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, and possibly go back down to a Cat 2 as it wraps around Bermuda. Check that out right there. And then remaining a hurricane, guys, all the way to 2 a.m. Saturday. So it's going to be a long-lasting storm. Shipping interests may want to pay attention to it. But you already got a Cat 3 here, Georgia and the Carolinas, Florida. And so the waves and the swells are already going to be forming along this area, rip currents, things like that. And notice, this is not a 7 a.m. update. It's a 5 a.m. update Eastern time. So we may get some more very quickly, but it's time now to start paying closer attention to it. You may get sick of these videos in the next 2 days, but that's what we do here. Now, this is the 8 a.m. update on the spaghetti models. This is coming out of Sky Tower, which is Fox 13 down in Florida. Last night, the purple model, which is the Navy model right there, was much further south. It was kind of leading the edge of the southern part of the cone, but right now it's moved back up above Tampa, and right here is a Canadian model. So again, right where the hurricane warnings are is where the storm looks like it's going to track. Now, this was 7:35 a.m. It looks like we're just under, or it's about to become a Cat 4 Monday at 2 p.m., 100 miles an hour to get to that Category 4 speed.
Y'all notice it say right, y'all see right there, it say right there, the Yucatan. See right there, it's an 85 west, right? That's what that, look at that, 85 west. See that?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's that 13. You see that 13 right there sitting on?
That's right.
Yeah.
Interesting. And then you got, and 20, you see 20 north? Y'all talking about 20 a while ago. See, they started right there, 20 north, 85 west, right at Yucatan. Remember the other day it backed up, said back and got straight, and then it came up. Y'all good?
Yes.
All right, next slide, come on.
Latitude.
Next slide, come on, let's roll. Oh, we finally here? Woo! Oh my gracious, y'all. We took it what, 2.5 hours to walk that rock.
Right.
It was worth it.
So to walk that walk 30 minutes. It took us 2.5 hours. Okay. We good though.
Yeah.
I tell you,
Yeah.
we gonna get it.
Better.
Had to let them know what the 70 week plus 7 weeks was all about.
That's right. Y'all got it now? We good?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Any questions so far? You good? Everybody straight?
There's no question in YouTube and no questions in the chat.
All right, now we're going back into my bloodline, right?
Yes. Let's talk.
All right. That's that.
All right. Imperial and Imperial Royal Annals for this CMYE-IRK are the opening, first bullet, the opening of the, quote, gates of hell, end quote, is an event commemorating the breaking of the Holy Bible, 430-year-old curse that was placed on the royal bloodlines of Agnes Sampson. Agnes Sampson is the great grandmother of His-H.E.M. Majesty, space, Emperor, space, Sam Hu at mini-Ray, quote, Adeloyi, end quote, and is recorded as the oldest / ancient healer. Moreover, recorded is how this bastard King James VI, author of the Bible, deemed it essential to place the aforementioned curse on the royal bloodline of Agnes Sampson. To, what I say, steal the privilege. It's right there in that shine. To steal the privilege only afforded to the Imperial and Imperial Royal bloodline of His-Imperial Majesty, Emperor, space, Sam Hu at mini-Ray, quote, Adeloyi, end quote. Second bullet, on 6 January 2022, a divine fire lit inside His-Imperial Majesty, space, Emperor, space, Sam Hu at mini-Ray, quote, Adeloyi, end quote, which astral projected him to the horrific event inflicted on his 13th generation great-grandmother, Agnes Sampson, by this bastard king, James VI, parentheses, the effective day of the curse, 28 January, 1591, in parentheses. On the sun and moon rotation of January 2022, leading up to 28-29, January 2022, His-Imperial Majesty, space, Emperor, space, Sam Hu at mini-Ray, quote, Adeloyi, end quote, perform a ceremony to honor the soul of his 13th generation great-grandmother, Agnes Sampson, and release her soul from the 430-year-old curse. All right. 3, 20-2, days after, in parentheses, days after the ceremony, the Dweller-Emperor was informed by his trusted vizier, quote, the old man, end quote, that insurmountable chaos occurred because the, quote, gates of hell, end quote, were now open. The ceremony performed by His Imperial Majesty, full colon, was a direct correlation with the opening of the, quote, gates of hell, end quote, on the 28th/29th January 2022, releasing the master and 1 million immortal fire deities per day and 1 million death per day. As of today, parentheses 21st, today, the 28th of August 2023, the absolute royal sovereign dash emperor has the master fire deity and 577
7. Well, how right, you stutter.
Yeah, I was gonna say 578. Yeah.
Oh, y'all correct. Y'all forgot that piece right there, right?
It's past that time. I don't know the time zone, you know?
Mm-hmm.
577 million immortal fire beings who kneel and pay homage to his imperial majesty. Bo Colin. Yes. Smiley face.
Interesting.
Speak on that, Emperor.
You on what? Ask me a question.
All right. How you knew to open the gate? How did you know? How did you know it was open?
Oh, well, you know, we still got them videos, but we took them off the wire.
Mm-hmm.
And they private now. So it's more so for y'all to learn, because if they didn't catch it then, you know, they missed that light anyway. You feel me? So that fire lit inside, that's the divine fire that I came with. So when people said I supposed to move out when I, you know, quicker, all this and that, I had to wait for my time. And in that time, you seen that on 6th January 2022, it's interesting because, you know, 6th January 2021 is when they did that shit in DC. You know what I'm saying? So you see how they like a couple or something, you know?
Yes.
Then 6, you know what I'm saying? Then 6th January 2022, the fire lighting me. And I go back 430 years and feel and witness in my own energy that what went down with my great grandmother, and shot the old man when he realized that was my bloodline. You feel me? You remember he said, you know, how you feel about a witch? I said magical, you know, wise, you know. He said, what about death and destruction? I said, well, if you're talking about when he burnt that estate, all that, oh, yeah, that's been done. You feel me? I said, I didn't go back for that. I went back for her spirit, her soul, because it was a trap, it was a curse. So that rocked his world. You feel me? So you see it was a curse. Why? Because I opened it. And by opening that, I opened up the gates of hell, unbeknown to me. And you know, I gave Colin Powell command to go open up the gates for me, because when he passed, they took him, and I claimed him quick because he recognized me. And then I gave him a mission because he's a general, and I'm damn if he didn't go do it, didn't he?
Right. You did it. Yeah, you did it. Really?
You know, so everybody blown away. You feel me? So, and who the first one came out? The master. Who came out with him? A legion. 1 million a day. And so the pain and the anger, I cursed 1 million go. I gave death a command. I gave death a command this past year on 8th February, remember? When that sun dog came to show me that I finally got to the end of my mission. Y'all see where I'm at now, right? And what was that? Sundog?
Yes, at the end of your mission. Where you at now? At the end of your mission.
And then you see where I'm at now.
Mm-hmm.
You see, so you know, I'm going through that, what they call birthing pain. You feel me? And finishing up that perfect. You feel me? And so you did everything that you had to do to get to this, when that open up the gates. So when you open up the gates, that started the 70 weeks prophecy in Daniel. They always talked about the 70 weeks, but they waiting on that guy to come with the keys. You feel me? So they didn't see me come and do it. You feel me? Because they gave you a story of some character that's gonna come and do it one day. And you gotta have faith until that day comes. And so you going on the second day now because you're in year 2000. And he told them he see them in a little while, which means one day. You feel me? What happened to the screen? Which means one day. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I see you, but the whole thing shut down. So this is the second day. So that story right there is over. So that little while story is over. So if you married, you tell your wife you're gonna be back in a little while, you're gonna come back for 1,000 years. I think you're gonna be kind of you know, because you're in 2000 now. So all the prophecies and everything for that character that they wrote, it happened last year, y'all. For those who've been around, it's inside our 70 week here. It's all over the internet. Certain days last year, March, around them times, Jubilee, all that stuff they talking, they were waiting. Now they had this Kaffir now and all that stuff. Everything worked for me though. The Mars, everything. It's all written. So it was my 70 weeks, but I didn't figure it out till the 18th of February.
Yes.
Remember? I ain't figured out to then, remember?
Bear with
So then like I didn't know, I didn't know. I just figured it out. That I was part of a 70 week. And then I got a seven extra weeks because I'm 777. I'm a 7. I got 70 weeks. So I got another 70 weeks of 49, and I was 49 when I wrote the Constitution. You see, so and that came you down to your Earth Day, you know, Thursday, Wednesday, Thursday, where you got 580 immortal beings that prophesied for your Grand Assembly. And ain't nobody can do nothing about it. So, you know, that's why I say I don't need nothing. I got immortal being walking with me. So it's just me going through the lessons I'm going through with family, whoever, and dealing with y'all and getting in my seat. Outside of that, you know, all that people talking out there ain't nothing hearsay to me. Right. You know, they have no salvation on nothing. So it's just a matter of time. So they say it's coming to my seat. It's what I say now, not what some books say, or what some presidents say, or what some prime minister say. It's what I say. My time to rule. And they have no control over it. That's why I had an appointment. So I come let them know. That's what I did. You feel me? So we moving the ship. So open up that gate, that started at 70 week. So whatever written in Daniel, I just fulfilled it. Whatever written in Revelation, I just fulfilled it. Whether you like me or not, make me no different. I ain't gonna see you that long nowhere.
That's right.
So
I can't.
I come from where you got created from. So none of that crap you bring to the table mess with me. You feel me? It's just the system that they set up through the Paxson era and the different sages we went through over the years has blinked the mind to you realign your whole soul. The only way you can clear that Leviathan spell is to burn it out. They try to flood it out, you see? It's to burn it out. So that's why they say don't anger this one, me. See what I'm saying? Because he don't anger this one. So you see how they did when they anger me, right?
Right.
So I had to learn to calm down. So that's you don't want to anger this one. So and once I put what I said, ain't no, do you feel bad about it? Or you have thoughts about it? Oh, I know. I have nothing, it doesn't even bother me. I sleep good every night. Because I mean nothing, because it's still on a whole nother level. And it's you growing in your seat that you had to prepare for yourself because you already went home. I went through the infinite flame of the Holy One or the dwellers enthroned in flower fire. I wasn't there. When you say the Holy One make you feel good or dweller, I was there standing in it. And I'm a dweller. So that's why you see that quote I use. Because it's real. So they come give you some heaven that they can't prove exists. I can't even show you that it is a de jure hell that damn shit do exist. And I can't even show you the de facto hell they created. I can't even open the key. So that make the light beings, the lesser light beings, who have the greater light beings trapped through magic. I was able to break that. That's why they kneel. Remember he said, He said, we wonder how they love this man so much, and me. So I ain't give him no command. I told him to go have fun. What I told him, I said, well, hell, if they been locked up, as you say, remember I said, as you say, thousands and millions a year, I said, hell, going back to the sun is like going to Curl Wing or Six Flags over Georgia, you know?
Like party.
I sent them over there to have fun. They've been having fun, right?
Real.
Until I'm ready to come to my seat. So I got 577 million up there now.
Right.
And they still coming.
They've been going in too.
I get another million. I get another million tomorrow at night, and all we up. No joke.
Turn it up. Yeah.
So I ain't here, bro. I got to prove something to somebody. Please, it's already proven. It's already authenticated. I already nationalized the mouse. That's how serious it is to me. You feel me? So take it or leave it alone where I come from.
Seen different ones on the sun.
See them like that. They done showed them 100 times. That's why I say you sitting behind NASA, you see what they see, you be like, yo, this man here been, ever since I've been stepping, they've been watching this in January last year. You think they didn't see all them beings going up? Come on, y'all.
Yeah. We just see what skip through the pile.
You know what I'm saying? They ain't said what kind of light was going up.
Yeah.
Like some lights they ain't never seen before.
Battle.
I told you how the master look purified. What I said wings was, I said very impressive. Woo, they was impressive. So that's energy me and him won. So I had to grow into that. You feel me? Some people like they try to get me the next day or next week. Had one of them saying they thought they got what I got when I got it. I said, how you think that? I didn't see you nowhere in the picture. You know what I'm saying? But that's their ego. You feel me?
Yes. Oh yeah.
So you see, I've grown into it for 577 days. You feel me?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna keep growing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in a healing crisis. Going through my healing therapy right now, and y'all going through it with me. They ain't just the physical, the mental, everything. And as we step out next month and month after that, and y'all docking yourself and getting your doc papers and what we talked about behind the scenes, what y'all got to do. Well, it's time to roll. Make sense to you?
It makes sense. Yes, makes sense. So,
what else we got?
For the sake of time, are we going to the next slide or?
Hold on a minute, but I mean, this is good. For anybody got any more questions on this issue here? This is
yeah, this guy. We can stay on this for a minute.
Yeah, I got one, Protector. Can you just delve into the story that they tried to steal from your royal bloodline?
Well, they stole the story. They wrote a story, and they gave you a character. Okay, and then because the other side of the veil, they knew they had trapped the master, the royal family, the royal being. So, all that Solomon stuff, all them demons and stuff they talked about, that's told them to them beings. All that people thinking, all that stuff, oh yeah, they're locked down there. But the main ones were the immortified beings that they trapped and wrote a story. Joseph Spitzer, who wrote it in the Lodge, they wrote a story. And they say to hide the royal bloodline until you had to come reveal yourself. That's what I did. So they gave you a story and they gave you an image because they had to give you something to worship. They couldn't have warriors. So they gave you a story of some God that said he died for you. And you believed it.
Be naive.
So that's your soul. My soul couldn't accept it because it ain't real. You feel me? So
right.
As you come along, that's what's on the land. You feel me?
On land. Still there, Emperor?
I see, yeah, I'm here, a little noise in the background. So, so where we at?
That's what's on the land.
Got to clean it
Lord.
up. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hold on, what land? Which one you talking about? Talking about the warlock witches?
Yeah, it's what they believed in. Yeah.
Yeah, he was going down the line of the religion being on the land. I think he was going towards.
Oh, because they made you realign yourself with that story. They didn't want barbarians, so they gave you a warrior, they say, and it came through the Catholic Church. And then that was Constantine, who they say on his deathbed, he accepted this realignment. And then those who didn't accept their realignment, they called the Crusades, so they force. See, so you see that force is in the blood then. So every generation after that, you feel me? All the way up to today, you've been programmed through the womb.
Fiction, that's right.
A belief system that's not factual. Because how much wealthy you broke, the bum that died today, and the rich person that's got a $10 million that died today, ain't no difference. Ain't care shit. Ain't care shit. Well, the only difference is the nigga that got money got a long funeral. That's the only difference.
Got it in the back.
That's the only difference. He got a long funeral. You know what I'm saying?
The scene with the gangster lean.
Facts.
So ain't got nothing. So if it's real, it got to be real. So if I say magic is everything, spirit is nothing, or the soul is everything. So they try to get you to hate yourself or make you feel like you evil or whatever when you're growing up because it's mystic. You feel me? And they can't explain it. And the main thing about it, what it is, y'all, they can't control it.
Can't control it. Main thing is control.
That's why they hide it. So that's the other side of the veil. And families who were born under hid it because they didn't want to be singled out and all that kind of stuff. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. Sound like somebody we know.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see? So I came up, my great granddaddy, let's see, that was granddaddy. Great granddaddy, Cab Lane. He was a medicine man during them days. So, that was way back then. Was slavery was hard, you feel me? Racism was hard back then, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And he come along during them days. And he told folk when he left not to bring no flowers into his service. My aunt and them told me when the preacher was out there in the funeral, back in them days, how you had the graveyard for the loaded casket in the ground. Preacher always get up and say something. Said when he opened the mouth talking about, people living, they say certain things. You see when they dead, it's like everything died with them. You know that saying. So saying he's a witch doctor, medicine man, all the stuff he said died with him. What get you out of that mindset. The people that thinking that way, how they try to coach you. You feel me? So, on, said, as soon as he said that, all of a sudden, a beautiful spring day, no clouds nowhere in the sky. All of a sudden, a whirlwind just appeared out of nowhere and blew every damn flower down. And them y'all know them old flowers at the graveyard, them things spikes, them long steel beams, they became barn arrows, right?
Oh, yeah.
Family been mad ever since. We ain't had a family reunion since I've been living over there on the Samson side, you feel me? That's in my bloodline. So I'm supposed to hate myself because that's in my bloodline?
Yeah.
And you find out it ain't just in your bloodline, you is the bloodline.
Good point.
And then you came up in your own county, Sampson County, largest county in North Carolina. You feel me? Here right in Dayton, and look at my mama name, Shirley Rose Pridgeon. Look at my daddy name, Joseph Louis Sampson. I mean, look, I grew up on 508 Royal Lane, 508, you know what I'm saying? I'm 58, number 3. I grew up on 508 Royal Lane, Clinton, North Carolina. Been right there around me the whole while.
So is this what it means? No, July Ali said it's going to end
Well,
where
he said it's gonna end where it started.
What is that?
And he was born in Sampson County, up there on Harry Plaza. That's up there on 421. I learned how to ride horses. That's why I learned how to ride horses at. Well, partly, not allly, but you know, we went out there feeding them hogs back then.
And so
we was out there all day, sometimes camping out overnight, you feel me? You know.
I don't know if you recognize this, Emperor, but he was the 5th and you're the 8th, and this is your third 58.
58 number 3, that's what I said. You can't make it up. You feel? I'm number 8, 58. You been around me the whole while. Everything, I told you. I said it's manifesting around my 58. 58 number 3.
Numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
You know how good you feel, man? You know, though your age, you see them keep going. They 16 now. You like, really? Okay. And they act like it too. I'm like, I don't know. I'm young. I'm like I said, I'm at the best. I'm perfect. My lady said that. She said, it's just perfect. Like, damn. So, you know, I'm good. So I told y'all. So I'm going to my seat. It's gonna be down, like I said, my uncle say, when I was 17, he said, you got to rule for what? How can you rule that long? Now you know how. He couldn't give me back then. I had to grow into it. Well, he say the whole world will know you in your late 50s, right? I'm 58, number 3, right?
That's right.
And I'm in my late 50s, right?
Right.
Holding.
And holding. Yeah, that's right.
That's right. You see? So I'm getting ready to get back in the dojo. So, you know, I got you know, that's a good 20 years right there. So you see, you're because that's the dojo. You got to go, you're going to the top. You got 20. You know, it ain't no 5. You got longer than that, but by that time you free yourself out about 10, you feel me? And you create your own life. But I got 12 samurais watch me everywhere I've been. I told you that. You rule with everything. So I'm 13. So I had to come. You see what? Look at my travel. Now I got my ship set. I can go back home, right?
That's right. Right.
Indeed.
What you said.
I got a couple passengers this time, you know, man.
Thank you very much.
Super appreciate.
Well, but that kind of happened back in the old military day when they said, do that ritual, remember? And they said that it ain't never been done before because nobody want to travel the universe with anybody attached. So, so from that, I had grew now a lot, evidently, where I come from, who I am now, because, to open that ship up, to see the brain light, elevate y'all up to the light level. Real light level, not the, y'all ready? Not the burning of the bush.
Right. Right.
Because that ain't no joke.
Gases.
And them brothers is no joke. So don't laugh or giggle if you don't understand. That's why I'm coming at you like a dick. I heard somebody sniffing. No, brother. If you ain't never walked that serpent, you don't never snicker on nothing. You don't fully understand, overstand, understand, whichever stand make you feel good. So these brothers did step through the bush or take that oath. That's an oath to life, to death. So you got to understand that when you're dealing with some of these people in the world who have swore oaths to certain orders, people. But the light beings you're talking about, that goes back through a Tomb Ray, a Tun Ray, Amen Ray, or Amun Ray, and a New Ray. Light That's going back to the light being. Schools of light, Ray. So with Ray, you had to be that's initiation with the fire. And only a fire being can come give you that initiation. I gave it to you. It comes with a two-edged sword though. So all them cats out there on Facebook, while they're trying to be or attempting to be a Ray because they want to be deep or they follow certain people, it has no status because when they go Rick and Morty set in their ass, they're gonna have their slave name on their death certificate. So they only know about that in folklore on Facebook, all that crap. So but ever coming for our judicial administration, now they got to prove their Ray. So that's owned now by a sovereign emperor. You feel me?
Right.
So that's owned now. So so you got a court. So you're gonna see all them fake ones, or you're gonna see Facebook or all them coming up some new policies where they're gonna start relieving people some of these crazy names and make them refile under their corporate name because they see Ray is being copyrighted by a sovereign emperor, just like the smiley face. See, I own smiley face now. Why? Because Dome, who made the crown, handmade the crown, his scepter is a smiley face. So you can't copy claim or copyright from a sovereign king. It goes on back 1957, way before internet. You feel me? So yeah, you got it as emoji now, but I got it as our own property. Smiley face came on the sun for me. That was showing the water. That was 9 months in my journey, remember?
Right.
That's right after what? Georgia signed for that public notice press release, remember?
Right.
So you that since day one it was over. You feel me?
Yeah.
Y'all ain't noticed that. See, y'all ain't even noticed that with that guy that got assassinated in Africa
Haiti.
The guy that just got shot, his plane got shot down.
Frozen.
Or got blew
Russia.
up, whatever. Yeah.
Russia.
Yeah, they say everybody's talking about why it took him so long, this and that, right? But nobody looked at the days, right? It said 60, right? That's the end of a contract.
Contract.
Right.
That's why I'm putting getting them to sign on.
So he had to wait 60 days for some certain contract. That 60 days up, what happened? He gone, right?
Right.
I said, ain't nobody catch it, did it?
Wow.
By contract, bro. So
Right.
keep moving, right?
Keep moving.
All right. What else we got on this level? Because we're gonna stop here for the night, y'all. It's already, I ain't going to fall.
I was wondering, bro. I was wondering.
I told you we got 4 nights. We got, we got to be up tomorrow doing things. I got things to do and everything working.
Yeah.
So you got that video ready?
Yeah.
So we
The only way you can play it's too large to play.
Man, don't talk so loud. Why are you so hyped? Calm down.
Oh no, it's too large. I'm right up here.
The voice of thunder.
Like you finna come through the damn phone. I mean, we can't play it tonight. We'll do it tomorrow.
Well, I can play it on that on my tablet.
Oh, well, I don't know how you can put it in. I don't know if you want to sit out there like that, but as long as we can, if you can tap it into what we're doing, I'll let it play until you get it right. If it's gonna play right. Can I jam? Can I get my jam on?
Yes. You play on their system because it won't play. It won't download on the.
All right. If we don't want to keep talking about it, whatever question.
But I play it. I got it right. I can play it.
All right. Well, calm down.
Let's go.
Whatever question y'all got on there. Y'all gotta have some questions. It's been up for a whole damn year.
Yeah.
Y'all scared to talk to me?
Are we gonna eventually take a trip here, Emperor?
Where? To Scotland?
Yeah.
What's that? That's crazy to ask me that.
I just clarity.
I'm sure you're gonna be nosy.
That question.
Can you talk to us about what a dweller is?
A dweller?
Yeah.
Infinite spiritual being, dog. That's who we are.
Infinite spiritual beings. Earlier you talking about.
We guardians of the universe.
There you go.
We don't need no spacesuit travel. We carried on. We remember what Chief Black Eagle said? He told people during his journey for 30 years. He said what? He said, I got 76 million trillion years of knowledge. He spoke 19 languages and answered questions from 1970 up to he got falsely incarcerated. Okay, so that's why he spoke languages and break words down so you can get them. But you know, in that whole 30 years he was training, they only kept asking religious questions. You feel me? That's how bad religion is. So for a lot of people think they're gonna jump on a ship and they're gonna just get rid of that religion that they was raised in, that's another thing. It's another story. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So when you look at it like where I come from, he said he said where this man come from, he got 100 million times, 100 million, not a million, 100 million times what he told them he had. And he told them he had 76 trillion years of knowledge. So he told them when I told him where I was, who I came from, you know, I came to visit him, and he's supposed to meet me on the floor. And a week or two later, I think it was weeks later, a week or so later, that's when they came with that false arrest. So that's when we knew that they had agents so that he couldn't meet me on the floor. But it was meant to happen because when we went into Judge Lawson's office, representing him with the embassy government via Manifest Embassy, he'd been the chief of the government. And Chief Lawson, Judge Lawson of Middle District of Macon, Amun, you know, he was in the center. Rashad was over here. And I was standing here with my fez on, 6-point star, and with my Javalier on, standing there. So he took the document from Amun, and he came over to me, and he said, I can't accept this in my office. He said, I have to accept this in open court. He didn't have to say nothing more for us. We understood that. So you see, so they've been seeing that light whenever I went, and wherever I went, whatever court system, they was always seeing that light. But I had to grow to see it. Remember I told you I was at the beach, back in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
20 years ago, 23, 24 years ago. And we was backing all that stuff, bikers and all that back in the day.
Right.
But this time we just hanging, and we seen these, they were probably about 8 of us. They probably about 12 of them, I mean, all the sisters, about 8, between 8 and 10, Caucasian, Nubian, Asian, Italian, even look like Indian. That's how mixed they was, you feel me? Mm-hmm. So when we came up on, we were like, what you gonna do? It's time you show up, sit down, and say, show up and something they say back in the day.
Show up and show out.
Yeah, show out something, right? So we got there, right. The leader of the pack with this Caucasian girl, like Mitz. But you think she was Mitz, but you had that type of hair and stuff, and she just walked up like in a zone and just kneeled down and kissed my damn feet and said, anything you want, master. And everybody just flipped, you feel me? Mm-hmm. And so when I got by the old man, he said, she's seen your light. See, I told you gotta be careful about your light. So, so now that light starting to shine again because I done made it to where I was supposed to get. I finished my mission. Right. So now that light's starting to shine again. So these are just certain things that happen throughout that journey, that you knew you had the light. You was upset because everybody else said they had teachers, And the only teacher you had was yourself. You feel me?
Right. Yeah, I can understand your upsetness, but it went back to your prophecy though. The prophecy. I
had. That's the only way I had to see everything.
Yeah, you didn't know. Right. You didn't know when everything was going to happen. His prophecy said even the Son of Man didn't know the time or the place or when. So that just made sense going back to the protection around you. You feel me? And allowing you to grow.
And waiting to fit, knowing that you couldn't come to your seat till you 58. There was something you had to do.
Point in time, right?
Point in time, right? Already set. The fire lit on the 6th, you feel me?
Right.
22 days later, you open up the gates. Don't know it till 22 days later, you feel me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They have no clue, you feel me?
So
Since
now
22 days later, you feel me?
You speaking on 22, can you explain the significance of 22?
It's just been around me. You know, 22, 4, one of my numbers. But it also got a lot of magical numbers around it with 22. But you know, it's just been in my numerology. You know, apartment, back in the day, place living at 22. You know, all around me. Social security numbers, all them two, all that. You know, it's just always been 2022 I came out, you feel me? Right. So it's like letting you know 2022 is your year, but you had to grow into it. And it was at the beginning of that damn year, 6, you feel me?
Right.
And you've been stepping ever since. You feel me?
Right. It showed up at the beginning of the year too, because when you opened up the gates of hell 22 days later, they go the war set off. So
that's right. There you go with the war. That's right. And they've been fighting that. That's what they ain't putting them new because they was on my middle list. Russia always been on middle list. I put them on middle list back then because they were trying to hide me so much. So I want, you know, they were trying to hide me, to keep me below. So I want to see everybody knew I was out. You feel me?
Yeah. And they kind of signal to you too, because when they start in 22 talking, first thing out their mouth is America is a vessel state. So we knew.
Yeah. Y'all started hearing?
Yeah. We knew right there that, okay, somebody reading our docs. And then we started seeing it around the world that the jargon that the emperor uses, people start using that jargon. You feel me? So you know,
even calling people out. Yo, even calling people out, remember?
Right. Right. So cool. I'm cool, Protected. Thank you for that. I yield.
Y'all don't see nothing else in here?
Assalamu alaikum with magic, Emperor.
Come on.
I got one question. How long was the master trap?
I had slides I did. Remember I told you that's all I did when I had I gotta get my 580. That's what that's prophesized, little brother. So that's dealing with me and the master. That's a lot of years for you get there. You know, so
indeed.
So that's why I say I gotta make sure y'all got the ship dock because I got more than 5 million to deal with on both sides. I go both sides. So now that I got 580 million, 577 today, they all line, they ready. I'm telling you, I've been there, show me. So where we go from here? So that lets you know your destiny ain't just here on Earth. Your destiny out in the universe. You feel me? So this is just purifying the Earth so that you can move, you can go, that's what we do. And you got to clean the energy up because it can't go no farther. It can't live in the universe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The universe is pure, undiluted. A lie can't, look how many people in the left here believe in some fictitious deity died for them, don't exist. Look how many people gave their life for that. Look how many people dying right now for a flag of a country that was probably starving in the country, barely making ends meet, minimum wage, but they go to war to fight for this country, while the people who living healthy is still living healthy, but they so dumb they go get their life for a war and a flag, and then that last minute they say this God named Jesus died for them. I don't see how they make any sense. Because they didn't say they were fighting on behalf of Jesus. They said they were fighting on behalf of flag of that country.
Right.
I don't see them saying they fight on behalf of Buddha or Allah. They fighting on behalf of the flag. They have a religion doctrine under that flag that has a God concept that they say oversee all that, but then they go to war to fight and stand for a flag. So so you gotta clean that. There's no salvation there. So look how many souls is perishing. So I'm supposed to be nice because they chose that path? No. That's them coming back and forth around until you come and cut them days over with now. So you had a new beginning, a new age. So That's why you got to burn it out. So as the sun going around this cycle, you're going to burn all this stuff out. And it's going to go around another cycle for 22,000 years. And those that didn't get burned out, the soul, then you burn them out. That's how long you're going to be here. See what I'm saying? So you're going to see them good. And so you get to that level of your divinity. Yeah, it scared a lot of people they ain't never heard of because they wrote you a story about someone divinity named God or Jesus, and they can do all this miraculous stuff, but they never show the fuck up.
Right.
When you get sick, you go to the doctor. When you can't see, you go to a vision doctor. You feel me?
Yes. I appreciate it.
What you doing? What has God done for you can't do for yourself? As the old man told me a long time ago, the best help you're gonna get is the end of your arm, right?
That's right.
Yes.
That's right.
You gotta help yourself.
And I appreciate you coming to teach us how to use this at the end of our arms and on the top of our neck.
Right.
But see, you got a venue now, so you can use that arm.
Right.
Before you didn't have no venue, you had you the arm they fed you.
Long arm.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So they fed you to go to school, to build this and that, A to Z under their religion, whatever concept, college concept, get a job, go work for the government, work for private companies, pay your taxes, all this what you do. Get a car, have a couple kids, pass it on, all that bullshit. Same thing. Same rotation going around. You've been around a long time. And what's good came out of it not. People lose their lives trying to help people, save people. The guy told he lost his life there trying to save a dog. I said, that's stupid. You lose your life for a dog, you stupid. So you know what I'm saying? So that's the mindset of people. You know what I'm saying? You got look at the cult going on in America right now. You know what I'm saying? They trying to make this boy a savior, or he gonna come on. Why they take the arrest the goddamn Caucasian man? The fuck? The nigga's a criminal. He got the main house of the government, and look how many followers he got. All right. So what you think that's going to work? No. It's gonna get worse and worse.
Already started.
On the horizon.
Sure, already started.
Creating a faction, what do they call that? Fractionist government?
Right, a fraction.
Yeah.
Fastest.
Faction government. There you go. He's creating a faction government.
Yeah.
Right in front of you. There ain't a damn thing you do about it. Democracy can't stop it. Only thing is try to do their best, which he did everything he does. He created that himself. And actually, he only put in the run to create his controversy. But in reality, he according to that 14th Amendment, he violated his own constitution. Well, he's a part of his insurrection, so he can't run nowhere. But that's gonna be fought out, down the road. But look at all the anger that's gonna happen with these racist people. That little crap that just went on in Jacksonville the other day. Racist Caucasian boy get mad and just go shoot up a couple blacks and then kill himself. So that's madness, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure is.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm.
So how many folk y'all been grew up around in high school and everything, and that these Caucasian boys had that complex? Whether you were taller than them, whether your penis was bigger than theirs, whether you worked out and football and all that stuff, take a shower. Back in the day they didn't mean that, but you seen that inferior came in that brain, and then the same cats you got out here today,
Mm-hmm.
and they tripping now, they flipping. Come on, man.
Thanks.
So that white privileges that came with the treaty that they stole from the Moors, Al-Marak. See, that wasn't supposed to go no farther than the judicial, administrative, and executive offices. You see what happened when they allowed them privileges to come down to the citizens?
Mm-hmm.
That's why you got all the issues now. Because the privilege they got from that Constitution is only for the executive office, the administrative office, the Congress, and the judicial. Now they done let it filter down into the privilege of their claiming to be white. Now look at the issue you got.
You know what? That makes sense now. They're privileges. They're not rights. They're privileges.
Yeah, it came with a treaty. That's what they call white privilege.
But their privileges, that word privilege is different than a right. It's different. You know what I'm saying? It's a privilege. Like you got a driver's license. They say they give you a privilege, like permission.
They do give you a privilege. Because the Constitution,
right.
They do give you a privilege because the Constitution says you don't need one to drive.
Right, right. But you got a privilege. So now you got.
They give you a privilege.
Right. Cool. That's clear.
But they charge you for
it. That's clear.
Right to charge.
You want to mess
privileges of that. Okay.
Because they know the land is sovereign. So you see what I'm saying? So
right.
But the post office run everything before you stepped on the scene. You know what I'm saying? That's why I came through the post office. Because they lost their sovereignty when they lost that case. That's how long they've been hiding this, y'all. They lost that case in 05. They lost their sovereignty then. That's why they owe me what they owe me. The whole point was they couldn't lose the case. Well, the case been over since 05. The case been over since 05. Well, everything they agreed to say they're gonna owe me for them violating my rights and privileges and my contract with them. Well, they said that's why I say you get paid through your own system, your own court. So now you got your court open. They already know that. That's why you let them know. It's time to pay up. So you lost.
Close it out.
Right. That's how you got that flag right here. You see that bottom flag with the 6-point star red flag in? You see that center flag? That's His Imperial Majesty Royal Post, national flag. That's how you got that. Because the post office lost their sovereignty to you.
Close the books.
And so being that they was the sovereign on the land, all these years, it's pretty much been transferred power to you.
They kept running until you come to your seat.
Right. They kept running.
They're not gonna just give it up until you come to your seat. Now that you came to your seat, well, you moving the ship.
Right.
Functioning republic.
Right.
You got that property, form, and operation of what?
Republic.
Say it again. Function, republic, form of government.
Yes.
Just as the Pope stated, huh?
He told you, that's why I say in 10 years. He wrote in 1415, he said 10 years, right? Well, it's 2023.
Right.
But they operated 10 years.
Right on your 10-year mark.
And if they don't, then you're gonna
you wasn't under that banner no more than 10 years. You broke that with the Constitution. But they still operate on 10-year window. So on that 10-year window they operate, you way within that zone anyway. As you move in your appointment and everything you've been doing since 2022. So you passed all them dates anyway. But if you look at that 10-year window, you way above that, 13 with this Constitution, 3 has said a year. So that's why you see it in the document like it is. So 14 the same month, that's a couple months away, you feel me? Right. 9-10 months away. You wait for that date, you feel me?
Right.
So you don't revamp that Constitution, what? Imperial Constitution for the what? Imperial Kingdom. Because you see how big it is. See? So now you got to fit in all 3 states, all that stuff inside the Constitution. You know what I'm saying? So that's Imperial Law 30, remember? That's why it's being revised, updated. With it? Make sense to you?
No, that makes sense because the 3 crowns, executive, monarch, and constitution, become 1 crown now under your office.
All of them come on everything. That's why the flag is different. Because all 3 crowns are under my office.
Yep.
Royal House. So now that's the Royal House. The way the way you program talk, it was you had to establish it a little different. So you like Morocco was Morocco when the emperor was sitting down. You feel me? You came and got the imperial chancellor. You feel me? But that's what Kingdom of Morocco just did. What back in 2011 he created what prime minister seat. It takes some of the pressure off the royal house. So I came in with that seat and now creating the royal house. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I did all that homework coming up to get in my seat. And so my final appointment or my final arrival, I had everything straight. You see right here with this last year, when I wrote this in March, see, we was under that banner Imperial Moors, Amarok, Parenthesis, Maxim, Emperor, Empire, Dash, Imperial Kingdom. See, so that was the last crown that I picked up, which was the absolute. Okay, so now I got the absolute, Imperial Constitutional Monarch, and Executive Monarch. All that's under that one, my flag on over my office. You feel me?
Yeah. Okay.
It makes sense to you?
Lots.
Yes. We got one last question in the chat. If you yield, brother.
I yield.
All right. And yes, she got. Yeah, the question in the chat on YouTube, Emperor, from Derek Adine. He says, Salam alaikum with Magic Protector, who was the 6th and 7th Marquis, La Maison Rouge. La Maison Rouge.
Oh, the 7th Maison Rouge to the Marquis was Crown Prince Ramses Bey, Abel Bey. The 6th Marquis was Empress Bertiasi. And her mate, John, I think it was, he was also the 6th on the, with her on the male side, but she got the seat. That's when she changed it over to Tunica. And then when she went into a coma, Crown Prince Ramses Abel Bey became the 7th Marquis because he came in that seat. So she was in a coma, never came out of that coma. And remember, she left in 14, in April 14. Well, I got the whole world April the 3rd, 14, when the Constitution set for a year. So a lot of her whole family missed that. Because now she can rest because I got the land back. And I done called back up to my seat anyway, so you've been paying attention. But anyway, so that's what we at with that. That makes sense to you.
Yeah. Yes. Good, brothers. All right.
It ain't her de facto son out there, so get that off you. Get that off your chest. Okay? He's just part of the bloodline. He established the corporation. To build that royal bloodline, you gotta have the jurist status. So I got that I got a whole state. I did my job. So I told you, Amur, Washington, Amur did the money, sovereign state. It's one of the states under him, Imperial CMYE-IRK Republic. That's what I set aside for the Empress and her granddaughter. They ain't be no marriage, all that stuff people think. I ain't really interested, to tell you the truth. I got my mind way outside of her brain. But I would establish that seat as the Empress and Crown Prince Ramses Abel Bey asked me, so they can happily sit under that de Maison Rouge authority. But they can't come, they got to come over here. We ain't got to go over there. See, so they can't bring that de facto bullcrap that they keep thinking on, signing petitions and they go up to the UN and argue about your land. Come on, for real. And you're supposed to be the son of the emperor. All right, I already got the land. So I'm going to use it. You're going to see in a minute. And then, of course, they're going to come running in. But like I said, doors closed. I accept her for who she is, like I said, and what I got to do for what the Crown Prince Ramses Bey asked me to do. Peace be upon her. So whenever that happens, I'm cool. If it don't, I'll be here a long time, y'all. I see her come and go, her youngest she got now come and go. Ain't no problem. I'm good. That makes sense to you?
Oh, yes. Yes.
What else you got for me?
There's no questions in the YouTube chat and
8:30
in the chat.
Yeah, I said 8:32. I said I got me a 13, right?
We got a hand raised in the queue.
All right, come on.
Assalamualaikum, Magic Emperor. My question is, back when you were going through the EOC and the post office, did you know then that if you won, that it would establish royal post?
Well, no, well, during that time, you got to look at the way the Atlanta system is set up, okay? The Atlanta system is set up, you got the North Metro, which is in the Lou, they call Bars Road. That's a distribution center, which has a plant manager. Then you got Crown Road down in Hateville, which is a distribution center on the south side. And then on the west side, it's got a plant manager. Then on the west side, you got the Buck Mail Center over there in Cobb County off 285. That got a plant manager. And then you got the airmail facility, which has a plant manager. Well, the sister that I dated back then, her boss was the senior plant manager over all them plant managers I just told you about. Okay, so when all this went down, when we after that false arrest and all that crap, she said that all the plant managers, because I was trained to be a manager at the time, so I had a lot of recommendations from Decatur, Maine Post Office postmaster, Cobb County, Marietta postmaster. I had a couple of them cats, airmail facility plant managers, who have gave me recommendations to become a manager. So I was training. So when all this went down, she said they all withdrew their recommendations from me. And I said, why? And she said, because they say, if you win your case, you own the post office. They didn't know I wasn't supposed to know that, but I didn't know I knew. Okay. I knew they were listening. So that stayed in the back of my head as I won my case. Because they knew they stepped on a sovereign. So if they lost their case, they lost their sovereignty. That's why the case was so big. Because the post office was involved and they couldn't afford to lose. I couldn't find no attorney on the East Coast to represent that case. So I had to come and stand on my square. And I came and stand on my blue bag in the contract from the State Department. And that's what I verified in court that I had a stake. People say, how you knew? Because I verified in court. The judge in court, well, the prosecutor of that case said, for Mr. Kufu Ranu Sampsonell to stand on the Foreign Sovereignty Immunities Act, was all them dirty Moors I trying to get on the paperwork. And then y'all know how much they bullshit, right? He said he has to have a contract with the State Department, which the Secretary of State is Colin Powell. You should have seen it all fixed all that crap, right? Recognizing his state. At that time, Georgia knew about the contract we had with them, which made us foreign nationals in our own state, Georgia. They didn't have, some of them, they didn't have a word. The bar of Georgia wasn't a word until I dropped in the court that we had a full-faith credit from the United States that recognized us as a sovereign state. So when the judge said, do you have that contract, Mr. Sampsonell? I said, yeah, I have it right here. And that's when the whole damn courtroom cleared out. And I mean, they had GBI, FBI, postal inspectors, Secret Service in there. That courtroom was full. When I turned around from handing the judge that contract, they wasn't nobody in there but people that came with a moon. And that old little lady I told y'all was sitting over there in the corner. and you can see the doors closed. You can see the doors closed, them niggas run out so fast. And I turned around, I said, boy, we got some stuff here. So that's when they verified that was a state.
It was a state.
See? Right in open court. That's why they put it in 513. So it's funny you asked that question because this document right here that you're looking at online here, when that the Fight No More clan chief down in Georgia came out with that treaty chart last year, okay, this is the answer I gave him, where my authority superseded his 1,000,000 times because his authority is only delegated under the Attorney General of Georgia because he worked through a 30 number, an IRS number, and a clan. I work through a sovereign state who has his own apostolic authority, you feel me, through own constitutional authority, and have the authority to come in and write a what? A imperial dash motu proprio. See, the motu proprio, for those who don't know, is under the Vatican, okay, authority, one of the 3 seats of the crown or Pope Francis, and that's the highest document on land that the Pope can write to this day. Well, I got authority to come in and write a imperial dash motu proprio / royal official decree, which is outside of the jurisdiction of the Pope. So I went above the Pope with my authority from this clown down in Georgia trying to come at me with treason, thinking he got some authority over this sovereign state when he's a clan chief that's domiciled through a 30 number that's under the jurisdiction of the Attorney General of Georgia. Because the Attorney General of Georgia represents all corporations. So he operates as a non-resident alien, IRS number. We operate as foreign national owned country, which is non-nationals or more so American state citizens. So we on, see what I'm saying? So you got that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I got it.
The state citizen.
See what I'm saying? So American state citizen now is who? Non-national. Because we have the properly formed and operational republic form of government right now. That's why we're moving. Make sense to you?
Yes.
Come on now.
Yes, it does.
What you got?
Okay, another question. You claim the rebel flag, Confederate flag too, right?
It's my damn flag.
And Protector, go into that. He said,
oh, I'm getting there, but it's my flag. You think I worry about some cracker out there, Caucasian racist nigga trying to steal my jurisdiction? Listen, listen. That flag represents the 100 million in gold. For those who don't know, they swore to protect the gold against you, African Americans, because you classify yourself outside of being a Moor or the rightful owners of the treaty. You classify yourself as African American, so they protect it from you against you. They know the true Moor. That's why I say I'm my flag. I'm a true Moor. They just that's that racism crap that the CIA them create to create controversy with amongst their citizens. Black Panther, Nation of Islam, all that crap. Black Panther, all that plan. And you see someone go crazy, get out, kill a couple people, put it on front news, and all the people marching. That's why corporate. That's what they do, because you ain't got no life. You ain't got no human rights, civil rights, none of that. They say indigenous rights, you got civil rights. So that's what civil rights do for corporations. Civil rights is for corporations. Go look it up. But that's Moore's flag. Last time that flag was in Stonewall Jackson. That's down in Georgia on the wall. Finna take that damn wall down from my face over there. Think I'm playing on you. It ain't gonna be as hard as y'all think, because I got wizards around me, don't know what can take that stone overnight and turn my face into it. Then watch y'all gonna say, oh shit, right? Okay. I seen Stone Mountain. He got the emperor face on Stone Mountain. I'm like, all right,
with a beam shining down on it.
Y'all gonna wake up then? But anyway, Stonewall Jackson, he raised the flag and died the same day in war, and he draped over his flag. That's the only story you got. It's all in their history book. That's it. The only time that flag ever raised and shut down on an official level. They fly it now, because they see the jurisdiction. I remember one time getting stopped in Texas, y'all driving trucks back then. And that's the same time I told you I came cross country. I remember I told you I had no DOT car and all that. This part of the way back. I told you I got that Interstate 10 coming through I told you Lafayette, this is one I got in Houston. You know, I had a DOT car, I told you. I drove completely across the country and back and got stopped a couple times. Just showing you the magic I have. But anyway, on this one, he caught me ducking the scale. So when he put me over, you know, like I said, you know, you always talk. You start them writing that book, you good. You know what I'm saying? So it was a Nubian brother, African American. So when he asked me for my law book, you know, and my DOT car, you know, it was time to go in motion. You feel me? So I went in motion. I said, if I give you this, man, let me ask you a question. He said, all right, what you got? I said, why don't y'all never stop them boys with the rebel flag on the front of their truck? You feel me? He looked at me. He reached down in his car, cut the radio off, and he kneeled me to get out the car. And he walked back in the back and cut his radio off. He said, listen. He said, we was told not to touch him. So I said, so why you touching me then? He said, I don't see you. You didn't hear me, did you?
Yeah. Very interesting.
Yeah.
See, so I got back in my truck, moved on. Y'all started getting.
All right.
So now you see what them boys traveling down the road, what? And y'all see that real flag, that race? No. They ain't touched. So them all the weed haulers, coke haulers, people haulers, see what I'm saying? Right in your neighborhood, you know that. Not to touch them, y'all. So I told back in the day, I told all them dirty Moors out there, I said, well, if y'all tired of the Caucasian man following you and your plates, just put a rebel flag on your damn plate, tint your windows. They said, tint your windows for what? I said, because that's going to draw a lot of attention. So you don't need nobody all in your business. But they ain't gonna pull you over because them boys that on that path, they got that on their plate. Looks like a little flag on your plate. It's a rebel. That's what they did in Georgia when they didn't put the rebel flag on the state flag. Well, they allowed them to put it on their plate. They ain't caught that, did you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Everyone.
So what's the power behind it? You seen Trump when he was president, de facto President Trump for the United States. Remember when that happened in Charlottesville? They talking about the Ku Klux Klan and you couldn't touch it. Why? It's under oath. All of them take a swear to oath to the Klan oath. Come on, y'all. Where y'all been?
Right. The Klan.
I forgot they religion. I forgot.
Yeah.
That's some dumbass Christian Muslims, right?
Spiritual.
Got a lock on everything.
Got a lock on that brain.
On their brain.
Y'all, this good call tonight, y'all?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh yes.
I ain't seen y'all in a while, so you know me. I'm working. I'm getting better and better. So, So we're getting better and better. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna jam a little bit here. So, but hold on a minute, Buckeye Ray. Let's dance a little bit. Let's talk a little bit here. So this is some of my light over the years. So we got a little. I like that 1350. So tomorrow night we step on. This is what you're gonna hear. Tonight we're gonna jam it on the end. So we're gonna jam a little bit, y'all. Just listen, sit back and get some of this light. Party time for me. Happy Earth Day to me, whether you like it or not. Okay. Number 4, we got number 3 tomorrow. Then we got number 2. Then we got number 1. So you got all that stuff circulating. Okay. So let's dance a little bit. Buckeye Ray, let's see what you got for me. It's the Empress vibe, y'all. Everybody been hollering, what's the Empress vibe? What the Empress vibe? All right, let's dance. Come on with the volume. You got some kind of volume on it. What's wrong with the volume? You got it attached to the website? A little better. Let me see. Well, can you get it better, y'all?
Yeah, sound good on my end.
About the same.
Oh, y'all can hear it? Okay, then I can.
Yes. Yeah, sounds good over here.
Let me, okay, start it over, Buck. Are you ready? That's what we got. See if I can turn my volume up now. My volume up. Y'all got it?
You got
Yeah.
it. It's good on this side.
All right, let's enjoy the ride now. All right, one more time, Buck. Are you ready? Let me cut all that noise out.
Gentlemen in the mix.
out there to show you up now. Ready? Get out and show all you young folk up.
All right, now, yo, I see you. Yeah. Show out.
Hey, I'm 58 with up. All right? I ain't got nothing but them. That white that come with this, it's all wisdom. So it's gonna be all white for long for where I'm going, right?
All right.
See that light coming in, don't you?
Yes.
We call it Empress vibe, right?
Yeah.
Hey, told you. Well, look at that damn Demon Song Rouge up top. Come on. I told you they 7 sharp, and I told you they 22, right? Come on now. Told you I'm finna open up the glass cage, y'all. You know that's in Russia. That's Drew Ali, y'all know that. Crown Prince right there, brother. See that sash on you? That show you royalty right there. See? Talking about a prop. See that crown, brother? Magic. Crown ever made by a king, y'all. Empress. Empress here. Oh, yeah, this is a small thing. This is a small thing. Ain't got to do it yet. You know. Take time, y'all. Good. Better, Joe. I mean, your people show up. All right.
Yes.
Definitely.
Y'all all right?
That's the mark. Those guys gonna have to do something.
Fire. Damn, we
Y'all gonna have to bring it.
Yeah.
All right, Virginia, you think you're all shiny up there, look at you. What you got for me?
All right, Emperor, gratitude. Since I have questions, and I'm gonna have any final questions for the Emperor. Let's see. There are no more questions.
Really? They're scared of me.
Ooh, we got fire. All right, Emperor.
Doing 3 more days of this.
All right, so
You got 3 more days up.
I do have a question.
Come on.
How does, if one wanted to join the Empress Party, how would they do that?
Oh, they have to register, right?
And bring up that flyer?
Oh, bring her the flyer. Yeah, okay, yeah, bring her the flyer. Don't be scared.
We have 2 slot on the 2nd and 3rd slide, just announcing the future events. That'll be sufficient. Thank you. We got a party going on further down, so we want to make sure everybody is in tune and know about.
I think it ain't that one. The next one, I think. What is it? 3, 4.
Yep, that's it.
Oh, that's the Empress Vibe, right? That's the Empress Vibe, August 30th. That's gonna rock.
Right. So the vibe you just saw, anyone that is a DJ and want to come out and test their skills and enjoy, come and match and evolve the Empress vibe.
Y'all know this, and y'all know who started something famous, right?
Oh yeah, that's right.
I didn't catch that.
You got an Empress Vibe. You got all these people got mixes. So you got an Empress Vibe. You got an Empress Mix. So as I come out, and they're gonna have DJs creating a mix. They're gonna call it the Empress Mix. You feel me?
Right.
So when you driving or traveling or whatever, you jamming with Empress. You part of, you got my light. You can't see my light, I can't see you. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we feel you. Okay.
Here's something new.
Right there, cop.
Got me?
Oh yeah.
So this is where you can join. Come on in. All right.
All right.
#58 number 3, y'all. Closing out 58 number 2. They say, what you talking about, Emperor? I don't get no older. I'm always gonna be 58. So down the road, be 58 number 58. They're gonna be 58 number 100. They're gonna be 58 1,000. They're gonna be 58 20,000. They're gonna be 58. That was part of the curse that they put on my family. That was the reward. So the fact, though James died at 58, I woke up at 58. Immortality. That's the master fire deity in me is 1. So I never got older. So you see me, I'm getting younger. Y'all see me.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So I ain't even got into the workout yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting there. Right now, I get my brain with y'all, but I'm working out instead, you know. So, cause I ain't getting older. So I gotta live with it. I'm happy. Remember what old man said? What he say? What he say? So you don't want to, so you want to live forever? I said, of course I do, don't everybody? Well, you know, we gotta, what do you say? You gotta die first. Oh, I ain't want that part.
You gotta die first. Don't want that. Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't got that part. That's what I say. We got that's why they program, see? Well, I come along with a new gift. Feel me? Make sense? I got my own light. See, I ain't come by nobody else's light. I just came dominant. I got dominant light. And so I didn't show myself. You feel me?
Right.
Now it's my time. Show my, hey, I'm coming on out. It's our time. It's appointment. Blue Katina. Awakening. Everything's showing on my day, right? Now that I done came out and put that energy out there in the earth, watch everything start up. You're gonna see that hurricane down to everything. There ain't no thought. I bet you a hurricane. It probably hurricane will get all your call. Go check the record. So the energy out there now. So I thought I had to show myself. Remember, I said I ain't got to the ocean yet. I ain't got it. I ain't been there since March last year. Remember? This year, bro. Okay. Well, I was going through a kidney stone then. Got the sun down and everything. I gotta go back and put feet in water. Then you're gonna see all kind of craziness happen. Well, we get down there. I got work to do right now, right? How y'all feel?
Great.
Great.
Real. So much energy here.
Great.
All right. We get ready for number 2.
Oh, yeah.
I want to straighten this slide out right here a little bit before we, you know, off the wire. Okay. So we can get that out again. So Barkai, you ready? Make sure we good. So everybody good for the night?
We're good. I'm good.
Yes.
Right. You good?
Yes, we good.
All right, Majid, let's go ahead and close it out. It's still on CMYE 1700 Mars. Rest of you I see at 12, right?
Yes.
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 Sure. So, thank you all for your attention and cooperation. In closing, we would like to thank the Universal Traveler Dweller, the Absolute Royal, that's Sovereign, His, that's Imperial, that's Majesty, Emperor, Sam, a mini dash Ray. End quote. And we would like to thank Her Imperial Royal Highness, Her Majesty Princess Huhaika Samsonel. Also, we would like to thank all in attendance, those working behind the scenes, the nominationals for their questions, and the viewing audience for their attendance and presentations. Please mark your calendars for tomorrow, 29th of August, 2023, same time, 1700 or 5 p.m. ST, for the continuation of the 70-plus week prophecy, His-Him journey, as well as the celebration leading to its crown day and His-Him Imperial Majesty's arrival to his seat and 38 and solar return, parentheses, quote, third 58, end quote, close parentheses. And
date
number 3. And with that, we say, Salam alaikum with magic, and may the dweller be with you, divine beings, and may you continue to be a universal traveler dweller, Emperor Samhu, a mini Ray, quote, a Deloyi, end quote, divine being.